Hello.
Hello.
What's going on, everybody?
Guys, for the first time in a while, we are live and we have already posted to Instagram and Twitter and all that.
I don't know that anyone is caring about that as
People
much as
care
we
about
are.
that. It's a very stressful moment for me because I'm always trying to like multitask.
I mean,
and like talk to you guys at the same. Well, now I am also multitasking because as you guys are here, I am also watching the SAG Awards.
You are
Completely silently. There, you'll get my live reaction during this live vamping bit.
I don't know that anyone's asking for your live reaction to the live vamping bit, but I'm glad it's happening.
Guys, vote below if you want to see live reaction to when Michelle Yeoh wins the actor.
I hope she wins. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
How are we doing? Ty's here, Demi's here, McKenna's here.
Christian's been working on his senior thesis recently, have 7 pages so far about Sodom and Gomorrah and methods of biblical interpretation.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that's deep.
Tyler's here.
How many pages does it have to be, Christian?
7 seems like a lot.
Oh, I'm so glad I don't have to write papers
I
anymore.
know.
The worst. I am unlike all the other artists I know in the sense that I would much rather take a test than ever write a paper, even though I was so good at writing papers, but I just hated doing it.
I think I'm neither. I just am like, I'll tell you I know it and then we can be done.
Yeah.
I don't like being graded. I guess I'd rather take a test, yes, than write a paper.
Yeah.
But neither is for me.
No, I'm into because a test is like you can study and do other things at the same time.
Oh.
And like writing a paper, you have to just like focus on the paper.
It's good to focus
for hours and hours and hours.
That's a part of it.
Yeah.
Maxwell James wants a live reaction. Jeff's here watching you guys in Big Brother Brazil at the same time. Good. I've got the SAG on in the background. Come on, Michelle. Yo, I put down my book for y'all. Thank you, Ty. Oh, Chris and Timothy, hello. Mom and Dad is here. Don't worry. We're back for another week. Oh.
It has to be at least 20 pages total, but my outline is like equivalent of an 80-page
Oh,
book.
Lord.
I love that. I give them 80, baby.
The Woody H drama made me want to watch Natural Born Killers. Been putting off that movie for forever. I just read about it today when I was looking up stories, and I was like, Woody.
I had no idea this happened until I had to copy the link for the link to the live podcast.
Yeah.
I had no idea anything with Woody Harrelson happened.
Well, he was in SNL. We'll talk about it. But he was hosting SNL and his monologue.
Oh, it was during an SNL monologue?
Yes.
See, I've been so busy this weekend that I haven't really gone on Twitter this weekend, so I don't know what is happening. Vinny just wanted to say Angela Bassett did the thing. She did do the thing, but she did not win the SAG Award.
Wow.
She didn't do that thing.
Wow.
I was in the car watching the SAG Awards on my phone outside of Matt Palmer's.
That's what I thought you were going to do.
And I screamed in my car. That was a shock.
We love a shock.
We love a surprise.
Just got back from Cocaine Bear. How was it?
Ooh.
It was quite the trailer was crazy. The pictures, the promo, the concept of the movie is crazy.
Yeah, sure.
And so I'm excited to hear how it is.
Yeah.
McKenna, my senior capstone paper had to be a minimum of 20 pages. I loved writing it. Oh, I had in my college, which, we went to clown college. My college, sure. I just had to make an EP and present it. And I did. I guess I didn't have to, but you had to do something like as your capstone project and recorded music. I was like, great, I'll make some songs.
I mean, we didn't have like a senior project. We had our like senior, showcase, senior showcase, which was like high pressure environment. And really like the first thing I tell any musical theater major, when they're like, do you have any advice? It's like, do not put any pressure on yourself during your senior showcase.
Really?
Because they will build it up and be like, agents will be there and this will be the beginning of your career and this will, jumpstart it and everything. Guys, it really doesn't. Do not put
what
any
does it
pressure.
do? Anything? It's just like a fun moment.
Just a show, and like if you're lucky, like a couple agents show up.
Okay.
And like it means absolutely nothing. Just have fun. If you are like in an arts major, if that is what you're doing, have a blast.
Exactly.
Do the work. Do the work.
Do
Get
the
good
work.
grades.
Got to do the work.
You're paying for that education, so definitely do the work. But like, don't put so much pressure.
Yeah, don't
on
freak
yourself.
out. I think that's a general rule of thumb about any sort of schooling. Is like at some point, none of this is going to matter.
Yes, I know.
That helps you
because you will figure it out after you graduate. You will figure it out until the end of your days.
Absolutely.
Everyone is still figuring it out.
Thoughts on Pink's new album? I haven't finished it still. I just listened to the first half, and it was slow. I like the single a lot, though. Do you guys still have nightmares about college? I still dream about missing a final exam once or twice a year. I think I have a college nightmare more often. Like, I feel like I have a very regular, recurring nightmare of like, oh, I forgot. Like, I have not studied and my test is today, the final exam's today. I think maybe it might more be high school than college, though, if I'm guessing. But yeah, I have that.
I don't have college nightmares at all. I have it's always, I would say once every like 5 months, I have the same dream that it's the first day of senior year of high school. And I show up and I'm all excited to have my first day and go through my whole schedule. Because that was always something that weirdly excited me, like discovering my schedule and seeing what like my whole year would look like.
Right.
And I always have a dream that something gets messed up, or like I like am unable to get to class or something on the first day, and I'm unable to like live out my schedule on the first day, and I'm like, I'm never gonna have a first day of senior year ever again. I don't know why that's like, and it's always that plot of the dream.
That's funny because I felt like the least pressure was the first day of your school year. For me, it's like the exam. I didn't want, because it was always like, oh, I haven't been going to class for 12 weeks in my dream, and it's like, oh, the exam is now, but I've been going to class.
I think it's because the first day of school was always like my favorite day of the year. I loved the first day of school every year, and so like I always look forward to it. So if that day ends up being like a disappointment, that makes me upset.
What constitutes a disappointment of the first day of school?
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I guess what happens in my dream. I don't get to like go to all my classes and see like who's in my fourth period. Like, I don't know. Is that weird?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have an exam coming up on Tuesday. Wish me luck. Good luck.
Thoughts on
Hogwarts Legacy drama? Do you plan to play? Absolutely not. I mean, I wouldn't play it otherwise, but I don't plan to support J.K. Rowling at this point, so I'm all set. I got lucky in my marketing school. My final project was done as a documentary. That is cool. I have all the nightmares Maxwell says, past, present, and future. You name it, it's waking me up at 4 a.m. I have weird dreams, but like only the high school one is reoccurring.
Sure. And I can't say that it's a nightmare. I don't really have nightmares. I have like slightly stressful dreams. I can't say I have like nightmares.
What would you say constitutes a nightmare?
Like, oh no, I'm going to die.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I'm going to die in the dream, but I still would count as a nightmare because I'm stressed. If it's upping my stress level, nightmare.
Are you ever like aware that you're dreaming when you're dreaming?
I'm generally not.
Okay.
I'm generally not.
I would say like 10-15% of the time I am, and I'm like, oh, I'm dreaming, and in my head I'm like, oh my god, I should lucid dream. That would be so much fun. I should lucid dream. And so in my dream I'm like, okay, I have to think of something exciting to do, but like because I'm dreaming, I'm not thinking clearly.
Right.
So instead of like trying to lucid dream something really cool like flying or like something really exciting, it's like I'm gonna lucid dream, and it's like something like there's a jar of pickles. Like it's something so completely random.
Does it happen?
It happens.
Well, there you go.
And then I wake up and I'm like, why did I pick that? Like, it's always something so random and not fun because I'm not thinking clearly enough.
Rich says my worst reoccurring nightmare is winning the lottery, then waking up poor and disappointed.
It's rough.
I mean, it sounds like I don't know if it sounds like the dream is positive. It sounds like the nightmare is waking up.
Because guys, life is a nightmare.
I mean, we're all living it.
I have to say, there was one year when I was a kid that it was the day before Christmas Eve, and I went to bed and I dreamt that Christmas Eve had happened, and I woke up for a second thinking it was Christmas.
Oh.
And then I realized, oh, it's not. But I do love Christmas Eve.
I was gonna say Christmas Eve is even bigger in your family, isn't it?
It is, yes. But I was excited to like wake up and like open some presents.
Who doesn't love a present?
But,
I always love the second day of my college courses because you get to see which people dropped the course after they learned what it would be like.
Love that.
I loved the first day of classes too. Thoughts on Gaga's new film?
The Joker too?
Yeah, Joker too.
I mean, the picture came out. She looks like she's doing it.
Yeah, she's doing
the thing.
Every time I lucid dream, I conjure up Jensen Ackles. That's specific, but I'm sure he's somebody's person.
Who's that?
He's I think one of the Supernatural guys. That show that was on for like 90 years and is no longer on. And,
okay.
He's one of the two.
Okay. I hate the first days of classes because some teachers like to have everyone introduce themselves. Oh, I love introducing myself.
Shock.
In college, I'm like, oh, this is the only time I'm ever going to speak in this class. If it was an academic class. Yeah, because I'm just like,
I got to push through on biology even though I know nothing about it. You'll get through it. It's almost over.
Yeah.
Summer's right around the river bend.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't feel like it. No. It's getting close.
It's not far. Especially if it's a college class, because like college courses usually, if you're in a semester schedule, they usually end like end of April, beginning of May.
That's
so
not
like
bad.
that is not bad.
Christian, I get that, which is why it's my favorite day of the year. I love being the center of attention.
I love it. It's great.
You two are right there together, darling. Oh my gosh! So has anything happened on the SAG Awards that we should know? Oh, Severance! Something's happening about Severance.
Oh, they're just introducing the ensemble in a drama series.
Oh, are they going to tell us who wins?
They're going to tell us who wins.
It's
going to be the White Lotus.
I was going to say, I assume it's the White Lotus, which we'll talk about today.
All right. right. I heard a recurring dream years ago that Lindsay Lohan was trying to kill me. It was
that is weird.
Weird.
Oof, glad to not be in school anymore. I agree. School was fine and like a learning lesson, but we're done.
Speaking of Lindsay Lohan, there was what's that rumor, that gossip website, Demois or whatever?
Demois.
Yeah. Shows how well I know French. Demois. There's a rumor that like a former like celebrity from years prior is going to play a former super like sex icon from the 60s and everything. And Lindsay Lohan is on record saying, I would love to play Anne Margaret at some point. And so it's like, oh my God, I can't believe how good casting that is.
Is it?
That would be unbelievable.
Oh, I don't know anything about Miss Margaret.
Well, you'll learn all about it when
guess
Lindsay Lohan wins her Oscar.
But didn't she just play Liz and Dick?
Just play. That was over 10 years ago.
But I mean, she didn't get an Oscar buzz about that.
Well, that was a television movie.
I don't know. I think we're jumping the gun with the Oscar Lindsay talk.
Listen,
this
casting is so good.
That's good.
I'm excited for it. All right. Who won SAG?
Someone said, Jeff says White Lotus won it.
Okay, that sounds...
Which we love.
That sounds about right.
Y'all who hate school can come to my classroom. You'd vibe with my students. I mean, it's not like I ever felt like I was angry with the teachers, except if they were like haters and like wouldn't let me like, do other stuff.
You're just a hater.
You're just a hater. There were some hater teachers, but...
Did you ever like fight with a teacher, like argue with a teacher?
Not argue, but like they'd get up mad with me and I'd be like,
I've always gotten along with all my teachers.
No, there are a few. There were a few here and there.
Oh, we do remember when they did you dirty with Javert.
I mean, yes. I wasn't even thinking about that, but I always am thinking about that. But there were some teachers who I don't know. Just like, I was like, you need to calm down. Like, we're all at school. It's not a big deal. Like, I'm not going to like.
We're all at school. It's
not a big deal. Like, I'm not going to like freak out because you like told me to do something. Like, I'm not. Even as a child, I was like, you're not going to make me sweat. Like, I will not.
I love that.
You are not going to get me out of myself. So,
of course.
Try as much as you might.
Knowing you, I'm sure you were like that very much as a child.
I was from the beginning. Sometimes you are who you are, and people just have to get used to it.
When your mom would like punish you, like, did you always give her like the silent treatment?
No,
like, were you that kid?
I was not. But I remember a very like vivid childhood memory I have is when I was like 2 or 3 or something, and I remember trying with all of my might to tie my shoes, and I just could not get it right. And my mom tried to help me, and I was like, "No, I want to do it myself." And she was like, "Okay, whatever."
Okay, whatever.
And just let
Good
me
luck, girl.
try. And I kept trying and trying. Then I cried and fell asleep on the floor.
Okay.
And so it's like that was always how I was. It was like self-sufficient.
Sure. And then your mom tied your shoes for you while you were asleep on the floor.
I don't think that happened.
Oh, really?
I don't. Maybe the next day I probably let her tie them because it was a lot of work. But
sure.
I had a lot of willpower as a child.
Did you learn how to tie them the correct way, like right away, or were you like a cheater and did like the two loops?
Correct way. I judge those cheaters.
I double looped that.
This is what, of course you did.
I did. I was like, I'm not trying to figure out this. I'm just trying to figure out how to function, how to wipe my own butt. Okay.
Do you still do the double loop?
No. God, I am an adult.
I feel like I've seen adults
do the double. I've seen that.
And
too.
I'm like, girl.
It's like, guys,
it's time.
Please.
Let's do
like,
it
I
right.
beg of all of you.
Jay Christian, big Taurus energy, Matt P. You will never see us sweat. It's the truth. You just won't. I had a French teacher who hated me, but all was well after a quick trip to the principal's office. Ooh. For you or for her? Like, who's getting reprimanded?
Did you send your teacher to the principal's office?
Ty's just like, the principal.
You can go to the principal's office.
Because this isn't working. LOL, how'd you like it? Like what? School? I don't know.
How'd you like it? I love school. I've always loved school.
I had some insane teachers. One who said as a joke to me in my class, because I was Mexican, I would grow up to become a landscaper.
Ooh.
See, these are the kind of teachers we were very pro teacher, but these are the kind of teachers that like can go fuck themselves. I guess it's just like any person and any profession. You're gonna have bad eggs and bad apples because that's unacceptable.
Oh my God.
I hope she was fired. I hope you told someone and she was fired. Truly.
That is truly terrible.
Horrifying.
Jeez.
But yeah, I had some like racist teachers along the way. Who were just like, even when I wasn't talking, they'd be like, Matt, in the hall, you're talking. I was like, I didn't say anything, Mr. Koch.
Ooh, Mr. Koch.
Mr.
Put
Koch.
him on blast.
And the thing is, he was a replacement teacher who was really just a football coach. And our lovely teacher, Mr. Jelly, left halfway through the
Mr. Jelly?
Mr. Jelly, he was wonderful. And he left halfway through the school year. And then we got Mr. Koch, who was a full-on racist. So whenever anyone was talking, I got sent out.
What subject was this?
History.
Oh, it was history, you said.
History.
I remember. Sorry.
It was like world cultures, history kind of stuff.
World cultures, history.
Yeah.
All right.
It was awful. I tie my shoes the third way. That does it very balanced and quickly. What's the third way?
What's the third way?
Please tell us. Yeah, anti that teacher, pro me though. Someone get me a job, please, and thank you.
Maxwell's a great teacher.
Yes, everyone go to Maxwell's classes.
And Maxwell's TikTok. It's great.
Yes, talent.
Vocals, diction.
Yes, we love
gives
diction.
me chills.
Diction and like pop music.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
It's a great combination. Sometimes I wish I could go back in time and tell people off in high school. I would give zero fucks. It does seem like if you knew everything you knew now back then,
sure,
you'd just fly right by.
There's no
you'd
one
do
in,
so well.
There's no one in high school who I would like to tell off. There's some college.
I feel like some of those NYU kids were not.
Oh, they
your
needed a
people.
telling off.
Yeah,
they were, but we were all young.
We were,
and like some of the teachers.
No.
Were a little
really.
Those were the teachers that like I didn't realize I had a problem with until after I graduated. I'm just like, oh, screw them. Like, absolutely not.
Right.
I mean, but we love everyone.
We love everyone, of course. I had a math teacher berate me because I was bad at math. She told me there was more to life than clothes and being pretty. Jay, that sounds like a compliment to me.
Yeah, Jay.
So you're saying I look great. Thank you, ma'am. You are right.
Jay,
your vision's still good for your old age.
Mariah disagrees with your teacher.
Truly.
Clothes and being pretty is pretty great.
She was not ready for you, and she'll have to deal. It sounds like she's jealous. I mean, like she or he, they, whoever, however they identify, they feel jealous to me. I had a substitute teacher tell me that I should go into the laundry business after I told her I wanted to go into psychology.
What?
What does that even mean? Does this teacher know what psychology is? Looking back, some teachers said very inappropriate things. Absolutely, they did. Did you hear the Die For You remix with Ariana? No. I'm sorry, guys, and I'm glad I'm saying this before we're recording. There's nothing less interesting than Ariana Grande doing a remix of the Weeknd song. Like, they've collaborated so many times. You know my feelings on the Weeknd, but like, at some point, it's enough. And it's not even like we're getting her material. We're doing more remixes from years ago. I just don't care. Like, is that mean? Like, I like her and I can't wait for new music, but like, man.
But man, can you come up with something else?
Come up with something else. Absolutely. Like, it's just that gift. Like, it's enough. It's enough.
I did like the video of her, like, in her, whatever she's saying, like, doing the, like, recording process and showing that. Because it is very fascinating.
Yes.
As someone who doesn't know how that works, but it still loves editing and like, that sort of, like, process of making content. Like, I was really interested in it.
And, like, she's very good with the vocal comping and the, like, layering. I agree. I think that's very interesting.
Is that what you, like, do you, like, do it in the dark like she did?
It's literally exactly what, when I do my little live streams of vocals, that's what you're doing. I don't do it in the dark. I'd like to have some lights on.
It's like, it needs to be peaceful and serene.
No,
candlelight.
That's understandable. It's nice to hear because some of her Glinda vocals pop up. Okay.
Okay. So there's going to be some soprano in there?
I guess there's some soprano in there. Is there any SAG updates you'd like to share with the class?
They did the in memoriam section. Next is going to be actor, actress. And
is it going to be done at 7 or are we going to just really start the podcast and you're going to be half listening? Like, because which is it?
Well, the thing is, like, I don't need to pay attention for the ensemble award because, like, it's going to be everything everywhere all at once. But, like, I am interested in and invested in leading actor and leading actress.
Okay. We'll just talk to the people for now. Yeah. LOL, you're missing out on Ariana pronouncing words to that song from 2016. Palmer, my vinyl for my 21st Century Blues came in today. I'm telling you guys, if you haven't listened to that Ray album, it just gets better and better every listen.
I listened to that album.
Did you?
Great. Yeah.
It's excellent.
The mascara song.
Excellent.
It's great.
Ooh.
Everything.
I can't wait to hear more from her.
Yeah.
I finally saw Black Panther the other day in the theater alone. It was so good.
Have I not given everything?
Oof. A moment.
But she did the thing.
She did the thing.
She gave everything and she did the thing.
I hope you're ready to have an opinion about that rap because I really don't. I wrote it down because that's what people are talking about.
Sure.
But I'm just like.
Did you watch like the whole performance?
No.
Oh, I watched it. It's only like 2 minutes.
I was going to say how it's short, right?
It's like 2.5 minutes, which is so funny that like people were making such a big deal about
I know.
it. But
I guess I will talk about it.
Yeah, sure.
Is she still off Twitter? Do we know?
I don't know.
Okay.
We can check.
Black Mascara is my favorite on the album.
It's
Ice Cream Man's my favorite, but Black Mascara is up there.
It's great. And the last song you mentioned, the Bust It Down.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
And brilliant. Like really actually good.
Like really actually good.
Really actually good, but like a ballad about.
You should tell her that. When it's like,
that
this
sounds
is
like
really actually
well,
good.
because it is like almost a parody song. Because it's like a piano ballad about busting it down. But it's great.
The crazy thing is, I don't think it's that crazy. Like, I'm just like, yeah, this sounds pretty normal to me.
Good for you, all that like Ray. It sounds like Jeff doesn't. I got to audibly react to everything since I was the only person in the theater. LOL. I do like that. I like being in a theater without people when you watch a film. I feel like I saw I saw 4 Christmases in the theater alone with just me and my boyfriend at the time. And
okay.
We made out.
Oh, that's great.
I know, because I'm not one for a public makeout moment. But if there's no one in the theater.
There's no one in that theater.
What else are we going to do?
I love that.
Watch this bad movie?
I was the only one in the theater for Matilda and for All Quiet on the Western Front.
Oh, did you watch that this week? Or had you already
a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
It was
you liked it?
It was my giving me moments. I guess you don't care to remember.
I mean, you're literally watching something else as we're doing this.
I'm really not gonna. I know about what time like leading actor will be announced.
Right.
Blah blah blah. Yeah, but I was because it was like one of those theaters that's like a special like Netflix theater. Like they only play like the Netflix theatrical.
I didn't know there
releases.
was a Netflix theater.
Yeah, they're around.
Do they still play Matilda? I'd love to see it in the theater, maybe.
I don't know if Matilda might still be playing there. I don't know.
It's so good.
It could be.
4 Christmases is so funny. Yeah, it's cute. Yeah, I don't.
He doesn't remember.
I was not focused on the film. I listened to the Ray album too. I keep meaning to listen to it again. Yes, please listen to it again. It's lovely. It's great. No notes. Sorry, I feel like I missed it, but I feel like someone asked about Steele sneezes give you moments. You can't expect to remember every one.
I remember every moment of a film, including a sneeze.
I thought you were going to say I remember every giving you moments that Matt Palmer has done.
Oh, God, no. I feel like so many giving me moments that you have done that have just been like Housewives this week. Oh my God, which like it's hypocritical for me to say.
I mean, yeah, thank you.
I'm like, oh my God, this week on Big Brother.
I'm glad you said it because please.
Especially then when there were like weeks in Big Brother or seasons of Big Brother that like I didn't like and I was just really scraping for anything.
You were scraping.
I was like, oh my God, this one time Sarah Beth said this. She said America can wipe their butts with the BB bucks or whatever. What a badass. And really, I was
just good to reach. And you know what? I understand that because, again, this season of Vanderpump Rules, which someone asked about earlier, is better truly than it's been in years. But I also, at the same time, started watching the first season again. I was like, well, this was...
I mean...
This was really something.
That is hard when, like, you're like, oh, wait, this is so great. Let me, like... go back and watch it and you remember like what it was really used to be like. It's kind of like when you re-listen to like the Fame Monster and Art Pop after Chromatica. Because you're just like, yeah, Chromatica's great. It's really good. Like, oh yeah, Gaga. Yeah, but then you like listen to the Fame Monster and you're just like, oh wait, this.
I mean, that's
this.
Are you guys going to talk about how we officially hit the 5-year anniversary of Beyonce's I'm That Girl teaser video? No, I'm pretending that didn't happen. Until the visuals come out and we can all discuss and dissect. But no. LMAO, I thought it was going to be a read session for a second. Do you think Ray could get nominated for Best New Artist next year? I hope so. I don't know, if they're paying attention. But it seems like there were 10 nominees this year. So it's like, come on, you could throw a nomination to Ray.
Sure.
That album's excellent. She is a talent. I love it.
Would she be considered a new? Yeah.
They've considered weirder artists new artists.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I mean? This is her first album.
Come on, give it to her. She needs a win. She's like been under this horrible contract for
right.
so long, and
I only want
stifled.
And you listen to that album, and you're like, man, you've been through it.
I know.
I
know, and she's angry.
She's pissed, and I get
She's done some drugs.
Thoughts on Selena Gomez kicking up dust with Hailey Bieber again? She needs to let it go. No thoughts. Like, if there's something I don't want to talk about, it's Hailey Bieber. It's like,
I don't
who
know
cares? Who cares about her? Like, Selena Gomez seems like a nice lady who I think should retire from the music industry because it stresses her out. And she should be a full-time philanthropist. Yeah. And I want good things for her.
Yeah.
Enhanced Myself is great.
Oh, my God.
Bad Liar.
Bad Liar.
Brilliant.
Mwah. Mwah. All right, leading actress is up. We're showing the clips now. And don't worry, I'm not going to, like, watch the speeches. I'll go back and watch those
I'm
later.
excited to see who wins. I hope that it's Michelle Yeoh.
All right.
Kiwi Kwan won, right?
He won.
Okay, great.
Yes.
I blame the Hive for the lack of visuals. If everyone would have supported Black is King more, she wouldn't have felt blindsided by Renaissance's success. We supported Black is King. We did our part. We made a video. We were featured by the official YouTube Instagram.
Yes.
Well, I was.
You were. Okay,
I was.
It's getting announced.
Okay. Are we going to...
And the actor goes to...
Are we going to get blocked because of this?
Michelle
Yes. Good job, Michelle.
Yo.
Brilliant.
Oh, she's thrilled.
Good.
Amazing.
I'm thrilled too. So does that mean that it's a lock for?
No, it is not a lock.
Really?
No.
Are any of the categories a lock? Acting?
I'd say supporting actor is locked.
Okay.
That's the only acting category that's locked.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, it's very much Michelle versus Cate Blanchett.
Okay.
So, and usually like the person, if it's between someone who won the SAG versus someone who won the BAFTA, usually the BAFTA voter, or usually the one who won the BAFTA wins. So like, we'll see. And also they're both in Best Picture nominees, but Cate Blanchett has 2 already.
Yeah, she has enough. That's enough. That's enough.
Everything Everywhere All at Once is so beloved.
Yes.
So I think Michelle really stands a very good chance.
I want to watch it again.
Yeah, but also I bet a bunch of people will be like, oh, but we really want to give Tar something.
Give it like score or something. Something that
wasn't nominated for score. I think a cinematography win for Tar would be so awesome because that cinematography is so great. I mean, I think All Quiet on the Western Front will win cinematography, which that cinematography is great too. But I think a Tar win in there would be really cool. But we'll see.
Oh God.
I can't wait to sit in my car in front of your place and watch her speech.
I can't wait for that too.
I know.
So wait, this is the last one you needed to wait for? Or is there another one?
There's also lead actor.
Do you want to wait? How long is that going to take?
Oh, probably like 4 minutes, I would say.
Oh, we can wait.
Yeah,
what are we doing? What are we doing? God, we stand Michelle. Tyler thought that Black is King was fairly successful, but not by her standards, apparently, according to Jay. Even Mama Tina called it out. Tar needs to go home with nothing. My favorite thing
I disagree.
is collecting people who dislike Tar. It's you, me, and Michael S. in the Discord, and we're all together. We're all in this together.
I think more people like Tar in the Discord. In the Discord, I'm finding more and more people who like Babylon.
That's because it's the only place they can admit that dumb thing.
Where they can what?
They can admit that they like that dumb thing.
They can admit it. They are admitting it online. People
3 of them?
People are all talking about. Oh, please.
People
Twitter,
are all talking
Twitter
about.
Loves Babylon.
Matt Steele loves to over-exaggerate. It's like when America's watching, everyone thinks this about Big Brother. And it's like, what are you saying? What are you talking about?
Twitter loves Babylon. I'm telling you.
No. Well, the critics didn't like it. The box office didn't like it.
More critics liked it than didn't like it. 55% on Rotten Tomatoes means that 55% of critics liked it, and that is more than half.
All right, we've said Babylon is the B word, Damien Chazelle the D word.
Oh, guys, I'm sorry, it's coming up again. It's coming up again during the podcast. Like not like anything overly heavy, but like yeah.
Folklore's the F word. What are other
F word? I don't know. Whatever. What other? Yeah, like things are we not allowed to discuss
anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, the C word, cooking.
Oh, yeah.
Can't discuss that.
That's a Discord
yes, that's
argument.
a Discord argument that if ever you join the Discord, which you should, it's very fun. Go to patreon.com/2gaymats. Talk to all your best friends all week. This is another thing. 55% is rotten. Austin says it.
That's like dumb to me, though, because like if more than half of the critics like it, then it should be at least a little fresh. Like on its way to rotten, but like it should be considered a little fresh.
I came around to it. I haven't even watched Tar, but I'm just tired of seeing Cate Blanchett. We need a break. Okay, I appreciate that, Ty. I more like people who have seen the movie and dislike it because Jeff is kind of in that boat. Jeff is like, I don't like Tar, but I haven't seen it, which I appreciate. But I need you to watch it and continue to dislike it. Yes, here's Michael Smith. We're waiting for you, King.
What?
Michael Smith, Tar hater.
Oh, but Babylon lover. Michael Smith.
We'll both count it as a win. We're both happy you're here.
Michael Smith gave us both a win.
Can we all agree that Diego Calva in Babylon was hot? I didn't see it.
I mean.
In School 55 is failing. Hello. Speaking of, I just cooked pretzels recently, and I cooked bread for the first time too, and they were amazing. Christian sent me pics. It was unbelievable.
Okay.
I'm watching Tar this week. Jeff, stay strong.
Would you eat a 55% fresh tomato? I wouldn't eat a tomato, period. Because tomatoes are the devil.
I like tomatoes, and no, I would not eat that. Hey, Mads, just watched Top Gun Maverick, and I honestly loved it. Sorry, Palmer, you didn't like it. I'm glad you liked it. You know, it makes sense that a Jamie would like it. So I appreciate it. It's very much straight culture, and I love that you found something that was, right up your alley.
The scene where they're all like at the piano singing Great Balls of Fire, I'm just like, and I get it, we're harking back to like the previous movie, but like those soldiers were all, those flyers were all our age. Who our age knows all the words to Great Balls?
Every single word.
Although I do know the words because that used to be my 50s, 60s pop audition song.
Oh, what was your like current day pop audition song?
Falling Slowly from Once.
Oh.
And it was before Once actually became a stage musical.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Steele, did you hear that they're not going to have we'll talk.
Oh, it's coming.
It's coming up.
It's coming up.
Okay, lead actor.
A lead actor? If this shit gets...
Brendan Fraser.
Okay, well, he did a good job with what he was given.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. Heartbreaking. Yeah. So it's it's very much a talk.
And you don't believe Brendan's a lock for the Oscar?
It's between him and Austin Butler. I would say.
Oh.
But again, and this is the
thing.
Ooh. I guess will we talk about SAGs in the podcast?
Sure.
Okay. Sure.
I mean, just to a high level.
Oh yeah. I'll talk about like
because I don't have anything on it.
Yeah.
Michael Smith, I finally watched Megan, and that scene where she walked in with the sunglasses and coat made me scream. I mean, iconic.
I still have to see Megan.
That piano scene was extremely powerful. I almost teared up. That's good. I'm glad it was affecting for people.
I mean, I'm sure that's your nostalgia.
Yes, that's your nostalgia. You gotta say.
Yeah. I'm very like whenever I see scenes where like a bunch of people like are like like singing together and like people are laughing and enjoying it and like people think it's really fun and everything. I'm like, this doesn't happen in real life. I don't know. It feels like I would be in the corner just being like,
I know. We both would just been like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Hear that bitch harmonize.
Oh God. Okay, they're having fun. We all love singing together.
It's just like, yeah.
But like, did you rehearse?
That's true. I don't think they should have.
Are you musicians?
In Top Gun 2, they should have just sung Mr. Brightside. All white people know that song. It's true. And Mr. Brightside is great. Austin Butler, really? I don't think so. They'll vote thinking he's young. He's got time.
That's very much a thing that works against him.
Okay.
I would say. But I mean, young, fresh-faced people have won in leading categories before, like Adrian Brody in The Pianist. Then again, Adrian Brody was also against all previous winners.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Adrian Brody, also the youngest man to win leading actor Oscar. He was 29. I know.
Letitia should have been nominated for a Golden Globe. I'm retroactively mad about it now.
Letitia.
I think from Wakanda Forever.
For like leading actress in a drama, I guess it would be.
LOL, Tom Cruise jumped on Oprah's couch. I don't support a person who disrespects furniture.
Shoes on the couch is
I love
unforgivable.
That of all of the horrible things that Tom Cruise has done, that is the number one offense for you and Maxwell.
That's not the number one offense, but like
it's
shoes
up there.
on a couch, or when I see people like in a movie or TV or something, and like their shoes are on a bed.
I know. I completely agree with you. Who would allow that?
I can't.
Who would allow
that for themselves? Especially like when they stumble in from like a rainy thunderstorm and they're just like, and they just collapse on their bed in like their raincoat and like shoes. I want to vomit everywhere.
It's just like, who's gonna clean that up?
Yeah, I know. I can't wait to watch these speeches because they know like we got to make this speech juicy.
Why? Because it's for actors?
Because it's the last like televised speech that they'll really give.
Pre-Oscars. We are just 2 weeks out, right?
Yeah, we are.
All right. Okay, should we start recording?
We can start recording. Y'all let us know when Everything Everywhere All at Once wins.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, here's hoping. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, we're back. We're recording. We're here together, and I love that for us.
We made it through the torrential rains and snows and hails of Los Angeles, ladies and gentlemen.
And it was wild because you know me. I'm an indoor cat. I have not been out every day on a weekend like that wasn't a holiday weekend in the longest time. And for some reason, I'm like driving hither and thither in the rain. I went to fucking Long Beach last night.
For what?
To see Sarah, and it was great.
Okay.
But I also went to the Culver City Friday night, and we'll talk about that. And then today I went over to Pasadena to see Joe and Tim. And it was just like, why? It seems like this is the kind of weather one would stay inside for. And I was up and down and everywhere around.
I mean, you absolutely had the choice to not do it.
I know, but I want to see friends and be social.
And risk your life. Your friends better appreciate
Weren't
that.
you? I saw you on an Instagram meeting up with Fernando and Matt Bridges out and about.
I'm all out and about this week. I had commitments. I had an acting commitment this week that I had to drive. Honestly, like the weather down by me, like on the west side, was nothing. It's just,
really.
I mean, there was the day of like hail, which was crazy, but then like everything else was kind of just like regular rainfall. I mean, like pretty heavy rainfall, but like not anything insane. I hear in the valley though, like it was just disastrous.
Really?
And, like blackouts and like trees falling and everything. I was just like, ooh, someone. Luckily, my car was hidden by our hooded over the parking spot.
That is a great thing about my moving is now you can just have that hooded parking spot and not worry about trees falling in your car for a second time.
Because let me tell you, when it rains, something wrong happens with my car.
I know, and we don't need that.
We don't need that.
That little buggy's going great.
It is, isn't it?
I love
Helen.
him.
Helen.
Oh, Helen.
My mom named Helen.
Oh, I didn't know she had a name.
She names it Helen.
Helen.
We love Helen.
We love Helen. Justice for Helen.
Justice for Helen.
Okay, let me play this fucking ad. And I'm so serious, between now and March 1st, if you want to sign up for a Skillshare free trial that you can cancel if you want to, please do it.
Guys, it would really help us
and Matt still didn't know last week, and so he was like, whatever. It makes a difference.
It really does.
Do us a solid, guys. If you like us, if you love us, if you want us to be happy.
Even if you hate us, just do it.
Just do it.
It'll be fun.
It'll be so fun.
This episode of 2 Gay Mats is brought to you by Skillshare. We all know I love nothing more than a day job where I can close my computer right at 6 p.m. and focus on my passion projects like 2 Gay Mats and Matt Palmer Music. The good part's available now. Ever since we started doing things like live streams and actually posting to TikTok, I've wanted to sharpen my skills in those areas, and Skillshare is the best place to do just that. With Skillshare, I'm excited to learn more about film and video, about Photoshop, about marketing, which I am famously terrible at. And I'm excited to learn from creators and professionals who are actually masters of it. So if you're one of the first 1,000 people to click the link in the episode description, you can sign up for Skillshare and get your first month completely free. So why wait? Click the link in the episode description and sign up for Skillshare today.
All right. Ooh. Oh, Nicholas's birthday's March 1st. Happy 27th
Happy
birthday.
That's my aunt's birthday as well.
Happy birthday to your aunt.
Happy birthday to everyone. To Nicholas and Aunt Mickey.
All the important people.
Yeah.
Do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
You can start.
Okay. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the 2 Gay Mats podcast. It's Matt Palmer.
And it's Matt Steele.
And we are back another week of the podcast, and we're recording right as the SAG Awards are happening. So if Matt Steele seems a little, not focused, it's because he's staring at his phone, seeing who wins.
Guys, it's over.
Oh, it
just finished. I turned my phone off. I'm putting it on my desk. You hear that thump?
All right.
That's the sound.
We don't need to thump too hard.
We have sound effects on this podcast. It's like the old radio shows where they had someone with like bells and whistles and shoes.
I've heard podcasts where they the people listen to things and they have a soundboard to have comedic things being said. Yeah. And I'm like, that sounds like a good idea, but are we not doing enough?
I feel like that's something that you would not be into.
It depends on the clip. It's not like a whoopee cushion or some shit. It's like a good, a good Mariah quote. Yeah. A good Carol Channing thing.
That would actually be really funny.
It would be.
If our sound effects were all like little audio snippets of like funny quotes from our favorite divas.
Absolutely. It would be great, so but it's a lot of work.
It is, but one day we'll have someone doing it for us.
Yes. As soon as we get someone else on the 2-person team that is 2 Gay Mats, we'll discuss that.
Y'all, tell people to like and subscribe so we can get those sound effects.
It's true. Matt Steele.
Yes.
How was your week?
Exhausting. Exhausting.
What
but
happened?
You know what? I made it through. Okay, well, first of all, y'all remember the saga with my washing machine?
Yes.
Well, I believe it was Tuesday. Travis texted me. I was coming home from work, and Travis was like, they fixed the washing machine. It has a little note on it saying it's fixed. And I was just like, don't believe it.
Oh.
Because remember a couple years ago, they said they fixed the washing machine, and like we tried it. And
I
it
do
wasn't
remember
fixed,
that.
So
I was the squeakiest wheel during that whole.
That was me.
Oh, good for you.
That was me.
Good
this
for
time.
you.
Yes. And so I go home and I'm just like, you know what? I don't believe it's fixed. They probably just like looked at something real quick and like rewigged a little couple more wires.
Okay.
And like, I don't know what I just said, but
I like rewigged. We're all getting rewigged today.
They just turn those wigs around.
Turn them around.
And it seems like all they did was turn the wigs around because the washing machine still did not work. I was like, I'm not going to be the one to test it out. I'm not going to be the one. And then a couple hours went by and I was like, you know what? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm going to be the one to test it out. And I needed to wash my underwear. So
was it just underwear or was it?
I was like, I'm going to do underwear and socks first. And because I always do those together.
Yeah.
One underwear, socks, and work shirts.
Right.
And there was so much in them. I'm telling you, my hamper was piled high to
course.
this.
It's been almost a month.
It almost touched the second floor of the building.
Unacceptable.
And so I put all of it in there, and man, I hit start on the washing machine. And I listened to it go, and I was like, I'm going to stand here the whole 35 minutes.
Wow.
During the spin. And the water filled and everything, and it sounded like it should have been spinning, but it wasn't spinning during the wash. Like, it just sounded like it was making a noise, but not a real spin. So I kept opening it and seeing, like, my clothes have not moved. So I'm like, okay, still broken. Great. But now they're sitting in soapy water.
Oh, no.
I know. And so now I'm going to have to, like, wring each thing out individually. And it's like a million pairs of underwear at this point.
Did you do that?
Well, okay. I was heartbroken, and I was like so crestfallen because I was like,
crestfallen.
I was like, this is going to be my entire day.
That's
I'm
true.
Furious. And but then I was still just like waiting for like the clock to go down. I was like, you know what? While they're in soapy water, I might as well wash them. So I opened it up and started like hand scrubbing the underwear and socks, like rubbing them against each other, like washing them in the soapy water because I'm like, these are at least gonna get a wash.
This is like Little Women shit.
I know. I know. And I'm Beth, the sickly one who everyone loves. And is so sweet. And I just cast myself as that.
Okay.
and so I was like washing and everything. And then I was like, okay, that's done. And I put it down and I gave myself a breather. And then all of a sudden I heard the water start to drain. And I was like, wait. And then I heard new water come in.
Oh, that's
and I was
good.
like, wait a minute. And I saw that it was on the rinse cycle. And then it started spinning. And I was like,
wow.
wait, the wash cycle is broken. The rinse cycle, and then I learned the spin cycle are not broken.
Oh, okay.
So like at least like I wouldn't have these sopping wet clothes that I would have to throw in the dryer like 1,000 times because they were too wet for just like one dry session. And so at least I had that. But so the night ended up being not as bad as I thought it would.
Right.
Next morning, obviously, I called up, gave my thoughts, and they were like, "We'll send someone right away." And so that night, I got to wash my clothes at my friend Alexis's house.
Oh, good.
So I washed the rest of the clothes, like my shirts and my pants and everything. The washing machine has been fixed since.
And officially fixed.
Officially fixed because I washed my sheets because my friend Fernando is in town because he was at the SAG Awards.
Oh.
Yes, I know. And I told him, girl, if you do not talk to someone at that Babylon table, you are no longer my friend.
How did he get to go? What was the situation?
A friend of his was like a producer on them or something.
Oh, okay.
And had a +1, and they were like, "Hey, Fernando, you want to go?" And so he was like, "Sure." So he flew out, and he's like, one of my best friends, and he hasn't been to LA since last April.
Right.
So he flew out, and we're gonna spend the whole like next week together. Like we're gonna go to Universal Studios on Tuesday and
that's
everything.
cute.
And hang out tomorrow, and so that's really exciting. And Matt Bridges, who moved away to
my
our
king, what a
other good
wonder
friend,
Matt Bridges is.
yes, and moved and came down from the San Jose, like around where he lives.
Okay.
And came down to see us all as well. So we're all like together again. We haven't all been together.
Matt Bridges here all week?
Yes.
Oh, he should come over on Thursday when I'm coming over to do the video.
Oh, I don't know that he's here Thursday.
You said all week.
I mean, I figured like all week, meaning like into like maybe Wednesday.
No, that's not what all week means. What's the
him.
all in all week do you think does that mean?
Ask him. I don't know the details.
I will text.
And so, but the last time, like me and Fernando and Greg and Matt Bridges, like our like core group of friends, were all together was Thanksgiving of 2021.
Wow.
So that's nice. I also, as you remember, had the production of Into the Woods, the staged reading at my friend Megan's. She had a staged reading of Into the Woods for her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Her birthday is in April, but she was doing it in February because she is pregnant now, and she would be too pregnant to play the witch,
of course,
in April. And so we did that yesterday, and it was so much fun. Like everyone was so like we had 5 seconds of rehearsal, and so we were all just going for it. And Into the Woods is a hard show, like musically, to learn, and so we all just went for it, and everyone was really fantastic. It was so much fun, and so that's what I did.
How'd you feel about your Giants in the Sky?
Oh, I mean, it was. We'll talk about it maybe.
Can you give yourself moments? I don't know.
Sure, I can. There are giants in the sky.
Oh, I did like that.
Oh, yeah, right?
I did like that.
The tone. Yeah, you liked that. Matt Palmer, how was your week?
My week was similarly busy in the running around department. It was, again, torrential downpour all over LA. I never saw any sleet where I was, and so I never saw anything but rain. But, man, the rain was heavy. And on Friday, we went to go see Jeff and Jean in Culver City. We drive over there and chit-chat for a while. We get there probably around 7:30, eat dinner, chit-chat for a while, and then we're going to watch a television show. I think we're still watching Friday Night Lights. I keep floating that we should watch some Summer House because Summer House is great, and they've never given it a chance because the first 2 seasons had some characters they weren't interested in. I was like, start from season 3. It gets great. We were going to do that. But then as we begin watching Friday Night Lights, about 10 minutes into the episode, all the power goes out.
Ooh.
We're sitting there in the dark. They have some, fake LED candles that were up and glowing beautifully because they're battery powered. And we opened the windshield because the clouds kind of made it a little lighter outside than it was inside their home. And, we played some word games for a while and hoped that the power would come back on. It did not.
I'm so sorry.
We came back here and we're worried, like, is our power out? It was not, which was kind to, the world. And, but then we got a text from them the next day. It's like, it's still not on.
That's great. And like, where they don't live too far away from me.
They don't.
And everything was fine by me. I don't think there were any power outages near me.
I think it was probably out for a whole day for them, I think. And they
Wow.
have 2 very young children. So
Oh,
shout out
God.
to the whole family. We love them very much. And I'm sorry that they were chilly even for a moment.
Oh, prayers up.
Prayers
for them.
up.
Oh my
Could you
God.
imagine?
Yeah.
And then Saturday was when we went to Long Beach. Oh, we watched a movie during the day. We were going to watch it at night, but then this whole Long Beach plan came to be. I watched Triangle of Sadness.
Oh.
I did. And I was very invested. It was good. I find the ending to be annoying. Like, I just feel like for a movie that was so explicit and so like, this is satire. We're giving you satire. Here's what's happening. Wow, everything changed, didn't it? And then the final moments, you're like, okay, well, then what happens? And they're like, up to you. And it's like, bitch, tell me.
So you didn't like the open-ended?
No.
Oh, I loved it. But okay, how fucking incredible is Dolly De Leon in that?
You kept saying that. Who's Dolly De Leon? I truly was watching, and when you guys were talking in the Discord about Dolly, I was like, I can't believe Dolly Parton shows up in the last third of this movie. I had no idea there was going to Jolene. Was she Abigail?
She is the third act.
So she's Abigail.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Who does nothing for the first 2 acts
Yes.
and then is ruling everything. Brilliant.
I'm telling you, the end of the movie happened, and I was like, Dolly Parton didn't show up.
I can't believe you thought
Truly,
Dolly
it was
Parton
like,
would show up.
There
in
would
this
be a
movie.
Dolly Parton moment, and she was excellent.
Excellent. Like the
Excellent.
power that this woman held on that screen in such a simple, quiet
Yes.
way. Stunning.
Was she? The thing is, in the first 2/3 of the film, like, was she the housekeeper who came in and tried to wake them up or something? Because I remember there was a moment where we saw a housekeeper try to wake up this model couple who were on the boat, and I was like, was that her? Because she is the captain. She is.
Oh, she is the
She's
captain.
by the end of that movie.
The moment, spoiler alert, when she's like, who's the captain? And they're like, you're the captain. And she tosses people food.
Woo!
Oh my God. Yeah. She is seen like throughout the second act where they're
Yeah.
on the ship and everything.
Yes.
Like doing the tiniest little things like setting the tables and like telling
Wow.
the maids like what to do and everything. And you're just like, oh, this is, a minor character that got a couple lines and everything. And then she just comes in. Ooh, like, man, I love her performance. That's like my dream, to like have a role that just like slips in there for like 20 minutes and just like,
and she completely neutered that lady who was like so all about, like, you're an employee of the ship, blah, 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 blah. And as soon as that scene happened, you didn't hear another word of that girl's mouth because she was just...
And when she's just like, I am the captain, or like, I'm in charge of this yacht or whatever. And she's like, what yacht?
Exactly. What ship?
What yacht?
What ship? What are we even
ship?
talking? She was great.
Yeah.
I apologize that I was looking for Dolly Parton for a good 30 minutes watching that movie. I enjoyed it. It's Triangle of Sadness was the film that I watched. And I enjoyed it. I wish we had a more explicit ending. That's all I'll say. I don't want to spoil anything. Definitely give it a watch. It would be in my second tier.
Sure.
Maybe beneath the Fabelmans. Everything Everywhere All at Once is really in a class of its own, guys. It really, really is.
I mean, it's just the movie of the year.
It is.
Everything
It's just
Everywhere All at
period.
Once.
It's the renaissance of its genre. So if it doesn't win, it will be
It's
upsetting.
going to win.
You say that, but you said Renaissance was going to win too.
Oh, I did.
You
didn't I?
did, and I'm still upset. And one day I'll get over it. That day's not today.
Okay.
One day. All right. Should we jump into the news radio? We've been talking for 35 minutes. I
Oh,
feel like.
it's an exciting day. The SAG Awards just happened.
Well, speaking of the award shows, apparently the BAFTAs happened as well, darling. And I think they were happening while we were recording last week's podcast.
They happened before, but like this thing was not in the zeitgeist as much as it was like until after the podcast.
Angela Bassett did the thing.
Viola Davis, my woman king.
But the thing is, you need to be much more out of breath at that point to really give the same performance.
But still hitting your marks perfectly.
If you've been on the internet at all in the past week, you've definitely watched at least a clip of Ariana DeBose. Would we call it rapping? It was like she's celebrating the female nominees at the BAFTAs and, you know, giving them all shout outs in like a musical rap number. And it has taken the internet by storm. It was wild. It was like, oh, wow, what a laughable moment. It then led to like, I don't know. Explain to me what happened because I was very much on the outskirts. All I know now is that she deactivated her Twitter.
Yes, I know that after this, it was like a 2.5 minute performance where she sang like a medley of like Sisters and like, was there We Are Family? I don't know. Like no one remembers the singing part because everyone is so focused on the rapping part. Yes. There was a rapping part, which, you know, she's rapping about my favorite thing on the planet, supporting actress nominees.
Of course.
And so I was thrilled. So I saw the thing and I was just like, oh, this is funny. Like and the rhymes were just so silly. It was just like rhyming like there's Dolly D and Carrie C. And it's like, you know what? Get it, girl. And when it came out, people on Twitter were just like, what is this? What is this? This is insane. And honestly, the most insane thing to me is that this was happening at the BAFTAs, which, you know, are the British Academy Awards, essentially. And so, like, the Brits don't do that kind of stuff at their award shows.
I believe
like,
that.
The BAFTAs, I wouldn't say are stuffy in the slightest, but the humor is a little more like, you know, it's not like, let's song and dance it up.
Right.
And Ariana DeBose was like, hey, baby, this is America coming in. And just... Ariana DeBose did the thing, and so people on Twitter were like, "What is this? This is embarrassing," and like really like kind of talking crap about it. And so Ariana DeBose like, I guess, left Twitter. And I think the BAFTAs had a statement saying like, "Oh, this was in like the." Backlash is like insensitive or whatever.
They said that, but they also said we had nothing to do with the writing of this, but you guys were being so mean to her. It's like, you bitches, you didn't have to throw that in there.
You really did.
It was a little kicking her while it's down. But to me, honestly, I guess I didn't see all of the backlash because again, it
lasted for like anything that trends for being negative. It's negative backlash for 5 seconds, and then it becomes the most positive thing you can imagine.
And wasn't it just like people kind of like laughing and getting their Twitter jokes off about this thing that was a little silly? Like nothing I saw seemed to cross into bullying, which I know you're very pro, which I know you love bullying, but nothing about it felt like bullying to me, which is why I was surprised when she deactivated her Twitter. And I'm like, oh, is this getting to her? Like, is this a big deal? Like, it seems like a joke from the outside looking in.
See, this is always the first step of the recipe for camp. It starts off being a little bad. And there has to be a little bit of backlash, and then that is when the cake bakes.
Right,
and it becomes this beautiful multi-layered moment. And so now online, everyone is sharing remixes of Angela Bassett Did the Thing. Like it's just taken the internet by storm, and I'm just thrilled that people are talking about the BAFTAs. Like I am thrilled about that. I say Ariana, she's started to embrace it. Which
Good.
I have to say this is where Madonna excels as a celebrity. This is why Madonna is such a great celebrity. Madonna could literally put out an album and have an interview where someone's like, Madonna, this album got totally panned and it's just nothing but a bunch of car part sounds mixed with farts.
Right.
What is this? And she'll just be like, it's fucking awesome. That's what it is. No matter how badly received something is, you got to go in being like, fuck you, this is awesome.
I agree.
Which she's starting to do. She's starting to embrace that.
That's good. Yeah. And I feel like there was an interview with Angela Bassett, and she's like, I DM'd Ariana, and she's doing okay. And I saw an interview with Ariana where she's like, well, gay Twitter loves it, which is a good thing.
It's the best thing.
And so, yes, I think we're on the side of everybody's enjoying this. It's a viral moment. Yes. It is like good publicity. Like, it's harmless, dumb, and everyone's talking about it.
Amazing publicity for Ariana DeBose, amazing publicity for the BAFTAs, and amazing publicity for Angela Bassett.
I know.
And I just love watching like Viola Davis in the background, like rocking out. It's like, I would love it if Viola Davis thought something I did was good. If I made her, like Viola Davis, a sandwich, and she was like, this is pretty tasty, I would be like, well, time to walk into the ocean.
I know.
Because my life's work is complete.
You did it.
I did it. Yeah. So good for you, Ariana DeBose.
And I also love that Angela Bassett, when she won recently, I think Entertainer of the Year at the NAACP Awards, she said, I guess Angela Bassett did do the thing.
Hey.
And I do like that.
Yeah.
Liked it very much. So yeah, I hope everyone's cool with that. Blah blah blah. Okay. Woody Harrelson.
Okay, yeah. Tell me what happened here because I know nothing about
One
this.
of the stars of Triangle of Sadness, which I was just mentioning, he was hosting SNL yesterday because we are recording this on Sunday, and he decided to throw in an anti-vax rant during his SNL monologue. I don't know if this was planned. I don't know if it feels like not SNL's brand, so it seems like he added this in on his own and had a lot to say.
Was this rant supposed to be like satire?
I don't think
That's
so.
what I'm
no,
wondering.
No. He's an anti-vaxxer.
Okay.
Like he has more comments, and I think he's a 9/11 truther. Like he's a conspiracy theorist. Like wild. So I didn't know that about him, but I guess it kind of makes sense with the characters he plays and how he like comes across as a person. So sometimes you can judge a book by its cover. Woody Harrelson said, "The biggest drug cartels in the world get together and buy up all the media and all the politicians and force all the people in the world to stay locked in their homes. And people can only come out if they take the cartel's drugs and keep taking them over and over."
Huh. Did this, was there laughter that followed this?
I've not watched the video because I'm too uncomfortable by this quote. And so I'm just like, oh my. So yeah, this isn't the first time he shared his conspiracy theories. He's a 9/11 truther, shared a number of conspiracies about the COVID pandemic. In April 2020, Harrelson posted a Gonzo article tying the supposed negative effects of 5G to the spread of COVID, saying that he found it very interesting. And in May 2022, Harrelson has said of mask wearing during the pandemic, "As one who doesn't believe in the germ theory, I find it rather absurd."
Okay. The interesting thing about this for me is the producer of SNL, who's the producer of SNL?
Oh, Lorne Michaels, you mean?
Lorne Michaels.
Yeah.
Yeah. The producer of SNL like famously does not like improv on SNL. Like I remember when Adrian Brody hosted, like Adrian Brody like was like, oh, like last minute like threw on a wig and like improvised this intro with like, you know, like a Jamaican accent and everything, and it was like a harmless thing, but Lorne Michaels was like, "You do not improvise on my live show." And now Adrian Brody is like banned from ever hosting SNL again.
Right.
And so like I find it weird because like this monologue, like, I shouldn't have been improvised because improvising is not allowed on SNL. But like, I can't imagine that what he just said was approved.
No, I'm sure.
Be said.
I'm sure it wasn't. I feel like we probably won't be seeing Woody Harrelson back on the SNL stage anytime soon.
Okay.
And it's too bad because I felt like SNL was getting really good buzz recently. Like they had a sketch that went like very legitimately viral. It was like Lisa from Temecula, I think. It was like the actress whose name I forget. I think her name is Ego, but I don't know her last name. And she was like had a really tough piece of steak that she was like cutting in like the Pedro Pascal episode. It was like shaking the table. It was like everyone was breaking. There were like Vanity Fair articles about it. They were getting such good buzz, and now it's like, oof, SNL. Spot where Woody Harrelson has to air his grievances about getting a COVID vaccine.
Well, SNL, you know, when you fly too close to the sun,
know.
your wings melt. Not that it's SNL's fault. But
in more news that we all know makes me furious. Jesse Armstrong, the creator of Succession, has confirmed the show is ending next season.
Electric
season
chair.
4. Guys, stop being so fucking precious with your television shows. I don't care if you're like, well, the British just know when to end a series. It's fine. It's like, fuck no. We're in America, all right? And I want shows that are Friends length. These seasons are 10 episodes. These seasons are 10, if that. And like, there is more story to be told. There's more that can happen with these people. And like, it's not my fault that I got invested in your show, but now that I am, you're taking, like, this is going to be the last season of Ted Lasso. It's going to be the last season of Succession. Insecure, I'm still mourning. Like, why? Who has something against my happiness is the question I have for you today, Matt Steele.
I mean, a hard thing I will say that producers do have to, and like showrunners do have to struggle with is like actors do not want to be on a show for as many years as Friends was. Like actors want to move on to the next thing. They're like, thank you, let's wrap this up. Like, and the thing with Friends is like, they only stayed on because they were like, we want $1 million each per episode.
But that was like the final season. They were making a lot of money. Yes, of course.
And the thing is like everyone was watching Friends. Like, and Succession, even though Succession is insanely huge and everything, it like no TV show now, even the most popular ones, are getting the same viewership as Friends did. Like, because people there's so much content out there. There's no one show or thing that everyone is paying attention to except for the BAFTA awards, obviously. So that's hard.
I get that that's hard, but like just feel like we're all being a little too precious. Who cares if you write an episode of television that's not perfect and flawless and from every single angle, every single shot is the most perfect thing in the world? Give people what they want. Like, if there's anything I've learned as one of the 2 gay Matts, you gotta give the people what they want. You gotta start watching Drag Race, and sometimes it'll be the best thing you ever did. Sometimes it takes no episodes for you to get obsessed. Give us more episodes.
Literally, like, the lessons I've learned from 2 gay Matts is just like, who cares if it's a great video topic? Just go. Just put it out there.
Put it out.
And the thing is, like, we've been doing this for so long that, like, we could literally be talking about, like, the stools in front of us, and people would be like, oh my God, I love you too. And it's like, oh, thank you.
I mean, and I appreciate that. And I just feel like there's more art to be made. There are more stories to be told. TV is not film. If you want to make something that ends in 2 hours, make a fucking film.
But I guess that's also the downside of like this being the golden age of streaming television, is that like there is so much detail put into the writing and directing and the nuance of everything. So now like these TV shows like have to be these perfect, beautiful packages and everything.
But even if you want to take your time between seasons, let Jeremy Strong go and be acting other things, do that.
That's solid.
Take a year or 2 off. That's fine. There are rumors that I have heard that Brian Cox hates Jeremy Strong, and that's why the show is in it. That the two of them don't get along because Brian Cox, when asked about Jeremy Strong's method acting, said, oh, it's fucking annoying. Don't get me going on it. Strong is definitely talented. He's fucking gifted. When you've got the gift, celebrate the gift. Go back to your trailer and have a hit of marijuana, you know? So, I mean, A, one, I agree with him. But B, even if these actors don't, like, just... I would like more. That's all I'm asking, is I want a little bit more. When my shows like Real World Homecoming get stripped off streaming services every 5 minutes.
That's devastating.
And then we're just ending shows that I love willy-nilly. If the next season of White Lotus is the last one, I will be furious. Give me something. Let me have joy.
Well, the thing with White Lotus is like now, like there's gonna be a different cast every season,
right?
That stuff. So that's gonna be a little easier to produce, I feel.
You say that, but I just can't. I can't have this again for another show I love. And maybe I should just stop watching television because it's harmed me.
Maybe you should just sit in the dark all day, every day for the next several years of your life.
I think from here on out, that's my plan.
All right, well.
So I'll see you guys in the dark. Rihanna's performing Lift Me Up at the Oscars.
Of course she is.
That has been announced.
She's got lipstick to promote.
And hey, we're getting 2 Rihanna performances, 1 a month. I think that's great. She's got to be announcing a tour, right? But it's like, after that baby comes out, like, I guess I'm wondering, what is this all leading towards? Like, I guess it's not surprising that she's performing at the Oscars, but I could see Rihanna turning that down if she didn't feel like it.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
You
know?
know?
Be like, I'll show up
Yes.
late. But yeah, the fact that she's performing is really nice. I mean, it's also like an easy song to perform. Like, it's very, quiet, simple song.
It is.
She can sit there and just be like, hey, baby, it's me, Rihanna.
If she wants to instead sing a new single, that'd be cool too.
Cool, it's not going to happen.
I mean, you never know.
I only care about the Natu performance. What are they going to do for that? Are those men going to dance their asses off again on stage?
You would die.
I would
literally
die.
Turn to dust.
Please.
Well, speaking of the Academy Awards, the Academy has added a crisis team for the upcoming telecast. Speaking of the dramatics of the industry, after last year's Oscars slap, the Academy has implemented a new crisis team to handle whatever happens this year. We've run so many scenarios, so it is our hope that we may be prepared for anything that we may not anticipate right now. And it's like, what?
Well, you know what? It creates jobs, and we want to help the economy.
Yes. I thank you, Joe Biden, who, by the way, when he went to Ukraine, fucking icon.
And when the president of Ukraine, Zelensky, was like watching Joe Biden like shake his soldiers' hands and cry.
It's just beautiful. Like, I don't think even those of us who were excited to vote for Joe Biden knew that.
I was thrilled.
I mean, and we all were. I didn't anticipate he'd be so fucking good at this. Like, I just am like, wow, am I like proud to be an American?
Oh, baby.
These are feelings I have not had in a long, long time. But I just think I don't understand. I just am wondering what this crisis team is training for, what they're going to do in this scenario. I just am already hunkering down for the endless slap jokes and commentary and bits, and I'm already tired.
You know what I think would be smart to do? It's like the year that Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark was supposed to open on Broadway, but then, all the drama with it, like the previews and people getting injured and everything started happening, so it didn't open.
Yeah.
So during that Tony season, Neil Patrick Harris was hosting, and he was just like, okay, guys, I know you're expecting a lot of Spider-Man Turn Off the Jokes. turn off the dark jokes happening today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a minute of just nonstop jokes, and that's all I'm going to say about it. So I think it'd be cute if
that would be
here's
great.
a minute of slap jokes. If you want to go to the fridge, if you don't want to hear about it,
yes,
here's your minute to do that. So I think that would be kind of a smart, cheeky way to do that.
I hope Jimmy Kimmel and his writing team is listening to this, which, by the way, I feel like we put out a video about Danity Kane, and I saw a Danity Kane article saying, where are they now, the other day. So I feel like someone in the media has their ear on 2K Matt. So pass it along that that's the way to handle this at the Oscars, because I don't want to hear a whole 3.5-hour telecast where there's a slap joke every 5 minutes. I just don't.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, we want to get to the winners, the nominees.
Well, speaking of people who exhaust me by their very existence, Eminem is trying to block Giselle and Robin of Real Housewives of Potomac from trademarking Reasonably Shady. So this speaks to a few things I care about. Okay. The Real Housewives of Potomac. The two cast members whom I hate, Giselle and Robin, have a podcast. It's called Reasonably Shady. It's, whatever. And they had a live show on the season this past year that was sparsely attended. It's just kind of like a struggling, low quality, whatever. But also, it's like Eminem, does he spend all his time just finding different women to bother? I feel like his whole career is I'm going to talk shit about Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera or Mariah Carey, or now I'm not in the media. I have a lot of time to watch TV. Shady's my thing. My alter ego is Slim Shady. How dare you have a podcast with that name? I'll fight you on that. And it's just this person has never appealed to me in any fashion, in any way. And even though Giselle is a liar and doesn't share her own life, and even though she's the face of the show, could be fired and no one would know the difference. And Robin should absolutely be fired because it's a long story. She spent the entire season bothering other people about their marriages and oh, your husband's cheating. Then after the show was done filming, goes on her podcast, Reasonably Shady, and says, oh, actually, Juan, my husband has been in contact with another woman, and we talked about it before season 7, so we didn't talk about it on the show. But if you want to hear all about the details of the affair, go to my Patreon.
Okay.
And it's just this woman needs to be fired. And you know who's the worst person in this whole triangle? Eminem. I think he's always been overrated, talentless, homophobia and misogyny has fueled his career for as far as it's gone these days. And you're finding more women to fight with at your old age. Go away.
I just think it's so weird that it's Eminem, I don't believe that you actually care about these women and their show.
You don't.
You are really just kind of reaching for something to be relevant in some sort of way.
Right.
And it's put it in your art. If you want to be relevant, put it in your art. That's what Ariana DeBose did.
That's true.
She made those rhymes.
And I don't think shady is an Eminem trademark word.
Baby.
Everyone says shady. The gays say shady.
Everyone has been saying shady for God knows how long.
It's just, he makes me sick. He's exhausting. And the worst of those three. So Matt Steele.
Yeah.
That was for me. Mm-hmm. I got a news story only for you.
Uh-huh.
Big Brother Canada has decided to ditch live feeds ahead of the new season. The tweet reads, "Attention, BB Can fam. As we head into season 11, Big Brother Canada's live feeds are evolving. Behind-the-scenes content will now be delivered through digital dailies, uncut footage from inside the BB Can house, offering viewers an extended peek into the house guests' lives." So a show called Big Brother, where the whole premise was that they're being filmed 24/7 and they're streaming it aloud, is that it's no longer going to be streamed? You won't be able to watch them in the house? I thought that was the whole thing.
Nope, interesting. Are we going to change the name of the show too? Because this is not Big Brother.
Change it to Digital Dailies.
To Digital Dailies, exactly. And the thing is, Big Brother Canada is an excellently produced show.
Wow.
Those episodes are so good. I do know that in more recent seasons of Big Brother Canada, the fans have been a little angry at the discrepancy between what happens on the live feeds versus what happens in the episodes. Apparently, the editing does make some people or situations look much better than they actually are on the live feeds.
Of course.
Which that was more of a problem in Big Brother 14 years ago, I would say 13, 12 years ago, around there. And now Big Brother US has gotten better at that and everything. And look, here's the thing. I don't have access to Big Brother Canada's feeds because I live in the United States and I can't watch the show live. Mm-hmm. And so this doesn't affect me that much because I always watch Big Brother Canada as just the episodes. But Big Brother US, CBS, Julie Chen Moonves, whoever, who is listening from
Yes.
CBS,
Yes.
if you dare do this to Big Brother US, there will be riots in the street.
I was going to say.
I mean, because that is the thing that makes the show so excellent, and it's what gets you so involved and invested, because you are not just watching a weekly show or like a 3 times a weekly show, which is what Big Brother is.
Just too much.
You are paying attention to what they are doing 24 hours a day for 90 plus days. And so like that's why Big Brother to me is the best reality show, because you truly feel like you get to know these people, like even the villains, the problematic people, everyone, you see all of their dimensions, and you have conflicting feelings about everything because you know everyone so well. And so that is why the show is so good, and that is what the fans love. I will say the Big Brother fandom is a little much.
No.
And I feel like that is why there's a movement to not have live feeds, because like if the fans, they do get to be very aggressive, and like if someone does something a little like not kosher, immediately they're like, get them fired, like how do we destroy this person? Like literally anyone, especially if there's like a favorite in the house.
Right.
Like last year with Taylor, like obviously Taylor's a queen and a legend and brilliant, but like anytime any person, even like the nicest like other people in the house would like even say like, ooh, maybe Taylor's a good person to go after, immediately like online would just rip these people to shreds. And so I feel like CBS, or not CBS, but like I feel like maybe Big Brother Canada now like feels like a need to kind of like protect its contestants a little bit. So
if they did this, if they released digital dailies for the US, would you continue to watch the show?
of course I would.
How upset would you be 1 to 10?
Devastated.
Devastated.
I would be
Okay.
a 15. However, if I get cast on this season and they just go to digital dailies, I'd be a little relieved. I'd be like, okay.
I mean, they better edit you nicely. They might be editing you as like the gay villain.
Whatever. But like, because then it's like, okay, like I won't have like a butt crack slip or something
That's
like that.
true.
Like, so I do understand like why the people in the house would like it a little, but if they do Celebrity Big Brother again, I would imagine they're not going to have live feeds for that, because they're not going to get celebrities who will ever want to do this show.
I mean, after Todrick.
After like the whole seasons of Celebrity Big Brother 3.
Yeah.
I can't see any celebrity wanting to do it.
We have good news about a show that we were at the LA premiere of at the Pantages. We were lovely invited. Thank you so much to anybody who's connected them to us, because we appreciated it. But our queen, Joanna Levesque, Miss JoJo herself, will make her Broadway debut as Satine in Moulin Rouge this April. Apparently, it is going to be a limited engagement, I think through June, I want to say. But my goodness, how much. I can't wait for the videos of just hearing her sing the shit out of so many iconic songs.
I know.
Because you know who can sing her face off and is always on point vocally, Miss JoJo.
She is like, it's like when I think of like the greatest young vocalists like of our time now, I think of like Jasmine Sullivan, JoJo.
Period.
Like JoJo is so fantastic, and I'm so glad that she like has this platform. Like,
good for her
to be seen, and like I hope videos of her singing like Firework or whatever songs are in that show like go viral, because the world needs to be reminded how fucking incredible JoJo is.
And her career got so interrupted at the moment that she was going to be the biggest because of her record label drama. So seeing her succeed in this way will always be exciting for me. And the thing is, I saw her on TikTok or Instagram or wherever I follow her months ago, kind of singing a clip of Firework, and just being like, there was a pianist in the background. She was singing a clip of Firework, and she was like, is anyone else like really feeling these lyrics right now? And it's like,
oh my God, the
you
Easter egg.
were rehearsing, and I didn't even notice. I didn't even put two and two together.
Taylor who?
I know, the Easter eggs from JoJo. That's the thing. We need to be more focused on Easter eggs as a culture.
Exactly. I mean, the world is focused enough on like the pop music stands are focused enough on Easter eggs to the point where it's nothing but Easter eggs.
That's true.
But it's just answering the question that she asked in the song Joanna. Where did your acting career go? To leading lady on Broadway, baby.
And not everybody has that.
Not everybody has that.
Good for you. Congratulations go out to JoJo. We love her. Apparently, Lindsay Lohan, Rachel McAdams, and Amanda Seyfried, and Lacey Chabert all had agreed to return for the Mean Girls musical movie, and I don't know what roles. But talks have stalled due to Paramount's disrespectful money offer, which to me is like, Paramount, I think, is under new leadership. You know what happened with Real World Homecoming. and maybe they're doing some penny pinching over there, but like you can't be serious in thinking that you would get these ladies, especially like Amanda Seyfried and Rachel McAdams, for like a cheap moment. Like these are actresses that have mean so much to this franchise, obviously, and many of them are A-list and still at the top of their game. Like, pay them what they're worth.
I love the phrasing of disrespectful offers. I love that. This offer was disrespectful.
I also loved the Page Six article because it sounds like a housewives negotiation article. It's like when they're like, Roni Legacy isn't happening. Talk stalled after Jill Zarin wanted too much money. And it's like, clearly someone's PR team is behind this and feeding this story, whether it's real or fake, just to maybe help the negotiations along, possibly. But if that is at all true, pay the girls, like, even if it's just a second, if it's just a flash. There's been talk in the Discord of people like, I want the musical to be its own thing, very separate, no one reprising roles, no one coming back. I think a cameo would be cute.
A cameo would be very
Yes.
cute. Yes,
Like,
I agree with that.
They don't need to do the roles again. These are not teenagers, but a little cameo for each of them.
I would love that. Yeah, and I'm very pro, like, make this its own thing,
Yes.
please. Like, I'm very pro that because I feel like we've become a culture that is leaning too heavily on, like, nostalgia at the point. At like this point, and so I would definitely want it to be its own thing because musicals are an art form,
Of course.
And so, but yeah, a cameo would be an adorable nod. That's just enough.
Absolutely. Yeah. So please get it together, Paramount, because I want to see all these ladies on screen together again. Did you see that Lady Gaga was sued for not paying the reward to the dog thief accomplice who returned her pets? So back in 2021, February of 2021, Lady Gaga's dog sitter, Ryan Fisher, was shot and her dogs were stolen. Gaga offered a $500,000 reward, no questions asked, and Jennifer McBride, 50, brought the dogs to the police hoping to get the money. In April 2021, she was one of the 5 people arrested as an accomplice to the crime, along with her then boyfriend, Harold White, and she's now suing Gaga for breach of contract, fraud by false promise, and misrepresentation.
Oh, because questions were asked.
And it's like, sweetie, you got arrested. Like, I realize no questions asked, but it's also like, did you agree to a contract? Like, were there things signed that Lady Gaga, like, was there a contractual agreement that you had with Lady Gaga in which she was supposed to be paying you this $500,000? Because, babe, if you stole my fucking dogs and shot my dog walker, I wouldn't pay either.
How are you, like, did this woman serve jail time at all?
I don't know if she's in jail now. I mean, she was charged and sentenced with something, it seems like,
well,
but.
I mean, you know, much like Eminem, it's just like, oh, you just really want some spotlight.
Clearly.
Here. But, like, you want spotlight for being a person who, like, shot a dog walker and stole, like, a beloved icon's dog.
I mean, I don't even think she wants a spotlight. She wants money. She just wants that fucking money.
Baby, don't we? Oh, you gotta work for it, like us.
Hey, you better work, bitch. Brittany told us. So yeah, gross. Like Lady Gaga's been through so much. That dog walker's been through so much. Like, just pay your penance, whatever it may be, and move on with your life.
It's just narcissistic behavior to me.
Absolutely. Agreed. But in good news, I love ending on good news. Harvey Weinstein was sentenced to 16 more years in federal prison. I love that. And I think R. Kelly was sentenced to more years in prison as well. And so having sexual abusers pay for their crimes is, you know, something that brings me joy. In a dark world, that is light.
That is light.
It's one of those, and again, I was thinking about this today because I was like, in a beautiful utopia, I don't want there to be police. I think, you know, there's so many things, like the justice system is so crooked and backwards in so many ways. But then when really bad people have to serve time or like get justice in this way, I am happy. Those are the two wolves that Demi Lovato was singing about. These are them fighting inside my soul, you know?
What are you gonna do about that?
What can one do?
What can one do? You just gotta wait it out and just pray for the best.
Because I'm
to
against
educate people.
Yes. I don't want policing, but lock them up. These are my feelings. That's my thought. Matt Steele.
Okay.
Do you have any more news for idiots to share with the people?
I mean, the SAG Awards happened.
Yes.
Everything Everywhere All at Once won Best Ensemble. It's a lot. It also won the PGA Award, Producers Guild Award. Guys, hang it up. Everything Everywhere All at Once is winning Best Picture.
Yes!
And I am thrilled.
I'm thrilled too.
For the first time, I believe ever, maybe, that the SAG Awards and the BAFTAs, in terms of movie awards, had no crossover between acting winners. All four winners of the SAG Awards did not win the BAFTA.
That's shocking.
Yeah. So the big shock of the night was Jamie Lee Curtis winning Supporting Actress for Everything Everywhere All at Once. And I mean, it makes sense. Like, the woman is so beloved and she's such a kick-ass campaigner. Like, every campaign like viral video I see is of Jamie Lee Curtis doing something amazing and or hilarious or touching. So like she's a kick-ass campaigner, and like that role is so fun. Like it was great to see her win. Yeah, I mean Brendan Fraser won Best Leading Actor for The Whale. Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once won Best Leading Actress.
Good for her.
And Ke Huy Quan won Best Supporting Actor.
I love him.
And so right now the only acting win that is solidified in terms of Oscars is Ke Huy Quan. So we're going into the Oscars with on the edge of our toes.
Seats.
On the edge of our seats. On the tips of our toes.
Tips of our toes,
whatever.
heads of our seats.
It's going to be exciting, guys.
Yes.
Get ready.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with more 2K Mats, the podcast. Yes. Stop. Great, guys.
Oh, we talked about so much.
I know. It's nice that we can record now and not have to stop the camera.
That is
it's
nice.
always we're watching for that 30 minutes warning. Oh, 82 people are here now. Hi.
Hello, everyone. Sign up for free trial of Skillshare.
Yes, free trial of Skillshare. There's a link in the description of this video.
It would help us out a lot, and then you can cancel it.
Oh, Rich, I just quickly watched the SNL monologue. There was dead silence when he made the joke.
Wow.
Woo, guy. It's just, I mean, I appreciate how long this podcast was. Okay, great. We're all not even done yet.
Yeah.
Have no fear. I'm here. Jimmy.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Guys, if you need someone to convince you that the Discord is a moment, Jimmy went from being a patron who wasn't on the Discord to being a patron who's on the Discord, and he's having the time of his life.
And Jimmy, I also want to hear all about, he saw the first preview of Sweeney Todd on Broadway today.
Oh, really?
Yes, he did.
Who's in it?
It's Annalee Ashford and Josh Groban.
Was Annalee Ashford in Legally Blonde musical?
Yes.
I love her.
She's Margot.
I love that.
Yeah. I mean, she's incredible in Legally Blonde.
It's always fun. Like, who is Margot the one that talks to the dog at the beginning during Oh My God, You Guys?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
She's like, Bruiser. And she's
just
doing
like
the hand motion.
All of the names of the people that aren't, Reese Witherspoon's character. Like, they're the main people, and I have no idea what anyone else's name.
It's Margot, Serena, and
sorority.
Yeah, there's the three of them. There's Margot, there's Serena, and there's who's the third one? Guys, tell us in the chat.
Oh, but yes, everyone like and subscribe. Go to Apple Podcasts, rate us 5 stars. Also, there's something that's been up with our Apple Podcast uploads lately, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. But just so you know, I'm on the case.
Okay. Yeah, there was like that one podcast like 2 weeks ago that like it took like 2 days for it to get uploaded to Apple
Last
Podcasts.
time it was uploaded and it went away. I sent an email, and then before they even responded, it came back up. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Mats, I thought you were talking about JoJo Siwa. No, doll. Where's Juan? Oh, Juan is missed. Juan will be back. Everyone's got their own things, their own, timetables. Hopefully Juan will be back.
I hope Juan's getting laid.
I'm sure he is.
Oh,
I'm sure he is.
Good for Juan.
Good. Oh, time for a Wooder break. Oh, I think they were happy. It's a Philly accent, essentially.
Yeah, Wooder is a Philly thing.
Yeah.
And no one can ever like say it correctly. Like whenever they try to do an impression of me saying Wooder, they're always like, Wooder. And it's like,
just,
no, Wood.
Yeah, because it's just Wooder. It's not too crazy.
People are bad at like recreating it for some reason.
Jimmy and Jeff kept me laughing during the SAGs on Discord. Yes, they have so much to say. Hey, Queens. Hi, Jenny. X. Very odd missing. People, guys, Juan could have other stuff to do.
Yeah,
it's
guys,
okay.
Juan's probably busy.
Sometimes I feel like one of you guys isn't here and you guys are like, I'm so sorry I wasn't there for the podcast recording. It's like, it's okay. You're not required.
You can always, that's why we have the link available and you can click on it and watch it again.
Not rest and horny, Juan. Dylan, I love. Also, if you're patrons, make sure to enter your Oscar poll because we only have 2 weeks to enter your ballot.
That's right. I haven't entered my ballot.
You got to enter your ballot, and whoever gets the most right is going to.
I'm gonna need someone to send me that link again.
It's on the Patreon.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Go to our Patreon page. Scroll down like a couple of things.
All right.
You'll see a Google form link.
Okay. I'll find it. Guys, don't worry. I'll find it.
But yes, because we want to see everyone's, because we're going to be shouting out the like top 3 people who got the most right on the podcast. So another good reason to become a patron.
Hey.
We love reasons to become a patron.
We love competition.
LOL, where's the attendance sheet? That's Maxwell. That's the thing. That's what you need to do as moderator is take attendance. And whoever's not here, out.
Y'all missed our argument of pronunciation in the comments earlier. Steele's pronunciation needs to buried with the Reputation album reaction. Needs to be buried with the album reaction.
What? Pronunciation of what? Water?
Guys, I hate to break it to you, but I'm right both times.
You're right about Reputation. I'm guessing we got our patron request bumped to the front of the line if we win. I mean, that's not a terrible.
It's not a terrible
but
idea. It sucks for the person who's next.
And it's also like some people are not at the tier in which they can make patron requests.
Sure. Yeah.
And so
that's not an award that everyone can win.
yes.
Yeah.
But if you win it, we'll talk.
Yeah. Are you doing a live watch for the Oscars?
No. Oh, and we're going to delay the podcast recording that night.
Yeah. It'll be like how we did the Grammys.
Yes. It'll just like once it's over and people are out of my house from a party.
Sure. Yes.
Then we'll do it.
And guys, if there's one thing you don't want to, that's not entertaining, it's me sitting down to watch the Oscars.
It'll be Matt Steele angry, like looking like he's angry and shushing people.
stuffing tortilla chips in my mouth like all day.
Austin Marlowe reputation. What now? Maybe is that the R word, reputation? I love that we'll just have different bad words for every Taylor album. No, speak now. We can talk about.
We should have like a fun game where like we go down the entire alphabet and see like which letter is
like what can we not say in this group chat?
What do you think X would be? That'd be a hard one.
That would be hard.
What do we say a lot that starts with X?
Nothing.
Yeah.
No. Ethel Kane. People are loving Water, Crown, and Warsh. What's Warsh?
I don't say Warsh. I think Warsh is like a DC thing, maybe, or maybe like a Southern thing. I don't know.
It's not Southern. You don't say Wash, no.
Maybe it's more like a Southern, like a South Carolina type thing. I don't know. Closer to the Mason-Dixon line.
I think we're still all the same kind of thing. We don't say Wash.
Are you saying the South is a monolith?
No, I'm just saying I've never heard Warsh in my life, and it feels.
My dad says Warsh, and he's from Maryland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it might be a DC area.
Yeah, it could be a DC thing.
Yeah,
love that. So yeah, what else is going on, guys? Are we happy with the SAGs and how that all turned out? Did Fernando have fun? Have you heard?
He sent me a video being like, oh my, I'm in the bathroom, guys. I'm having so much fun. Like, and I'm just like, oh, that's great. Where's your video where you are introducing yourself to Diego Calva? Being like, hey, say hi to my friend Matt Steele.
Oh.
I want him to meet Diego Calva.
What does Diego Calva look like? I need to look because everyone's like, he's so hot. He's so hot.
You need to see him in Babylon. Like his performance in Babylon is so excellent, and he was robbed of an Oscar nomination. And just like you watch the movie, and his character is just so endearing and lovely and sweet. He's so fantastic.
He's cute,
and it makes you just like fall in love with him.
Okay,
like he's so fantastic. And also Fernando has not confirmed, but like the D word's wife is at the SAG Awards, I assume, because Damien Chazelle, because his wife was a main character in the movie.
Yes,
and she's fucking excellent. And so I'm just like, wait, so is she at the SAG Awards and is he like her date? Because usually like directors don't go. Right? Sometimes they do, but like for Babylon, no.
Right.
But so it's like, is Damien Chazelle at the SAG Awards? Fernando, if you don't meet Damien Chazelle for me, you are not my friend.
Okay. I just listened to Ethel Kane's Preacher's Daughter Masterpiece. It's coming up, not for a while. Sorry, Maxwell and all the people who wanted Maxwell's request fulfilled, but it's coming.
Yeah, Ethel Kane's going to be a minute, I think.
Thoughts on Chris Brown essentially saying he should be able to get away with abusing women like white men and Blueface. Chris Brown is horrible. And
what's Blueface?
It's, I think, another rapper someone who like apparently is abusing someone on Instagram. I can't engage with Chris Brown. He's horrible. We should all stop engaging with him. It's always a shock to me when I look at the Billboard Top 10 and he's in it. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, you guys are still doing this? An awful person. Have you watched Babylon yet? Nope. It's your promise before we get to Kane Part 2. It'll happen. LOL. It might happen. I don't know.
You said it will. Don't
LOL.
lie.
The combo plate of me, Austin, and Jeff just screaming Ethel Kane is my new favorite.
Wait, Jimmy said he saw Fernando on the show tonight.
Oh, really? That's funny. Xtina count what? Have we talked about Xtina? Love y'all. Long time watcher. Lots of love. Oh, thank you, Michael. That's so sweet.
Thank you, Michael.
X xylophone. You've been so charismatic tonight. Very good energy. Oh, thank you, David.
I mean, it's award show night. We're always excited on award show nights.
I hate to say it, but I do want Palmer to see Babylon. Michael, don't hurt me. Do you really want to hurt me? Diego's beautiful as a fellow Tar hater. Trust me, man.
I'm positive you will see Babylon and you will just say, I see why you like it. It's fun.
Okay.
Which is, if that's the best I can get from you, then
You'll
I'll be happy with that.
I mean, it sounds like the most upsetting things happen early on, which I'm happy about.
Early on, and like one little part in the like near the end-ish.
Okay.
And I guarantee you will just be like, fuck that ending. But the ending is just amazing. You'll probably think it's too long. You know, that's.
I'm sure it is too long. I'm sure it is too long.
It's a perfect length.
Wait, did I tell you I got Club Renaissance tickets? It was a battle, but I finally got them. Congratulations, Ty. The Haley issue. Don't care about Haley Bieber. There's way too much sexy going on at the awards tonight. I got just so distracted the whole time. All right.
Doesn't Jimmy love Fernando? I know one of like someone in I know some Kathy like is always talking about Fernando.
I don't think it's Jimmy.
Okay.
No, Jimmy's taken. Matt Steele selling Babylon is just telling Matt Palmer everything he'll hate.
Because I just want to like warn in advance.
I appreciate the warning.
Close your eyes like during this part.
I do appreciate
because you'll be a little grossed out, but
yes.
like it hits. It's so entertaining.
We got a couple emails, didn't we?
We did. We got 3.
Oh, do we know which 2 we're gonna do? Should I? Ooh, Matt Steele got a Hinge message.
Oh, did I?
You did. I saw the notification.
Ooh, hot.
Is he hot?
I don't know.
All right.
No, I don't see a Hinge message. I think it's just like hey, you haven't used this app in a while.
Sorry, I thought I saw the notification. No. I'm going to see it in 3 cities that qualify me as a groupie. Yes, but good for you. You should be a Renaissance groupie. Thanks, Ty, for letting us all know that you have money. Stop.
Oh, my God.
Austin, it's me. Okay, Austin, I knew it was you, but I didn't want to call you out. He's the one that's thirsting for
okay.
Tara's 2 hours and 40 minutes long. I'll need a week to process that runtime. Yes. Jimmy, it's not me, but he seems like a nice person. Said just like me. We love everyone is contagious. SZA is now on her 10th week at #1 on Billboard 200. That's amazing. Last time that happened with an R&B album was, I think, Mariah Carey's debut. Good for SZA. Good for SZA. Jimmy's made it clear multiple times he is thinking, leave Jimmy alone. Let him have a little boyfriend.
I need Steele's annotations for Babylon before I can watch. Like of each.
I think there's a 2 Gay Mats episode, or if not an episode, a TikTok about it, where he talks about Babylon. It's fine. Steele selling Babylon equals just trigger warnings from a Palmer.
Yeah, I'm just giving the trigger warnings,
which I appreciate
because I don't want to spoil anything because it's just so fun.
And we like fun.
All right.
Haha, you can call me out. It's okay. All right, good to know.
Oh wait, did we get 4 email my hearts?
We might have.
Oh damn.
Well, we can save some for.
Sure.
Oh, we just got one during the podcast.
Did we?
Adrian, are you here?
Wow.
I'm a bitch.
I think we did Adrian last week.
Oh, did we?
I might be mistaken. So
this one that came at 7:15.
No, I think we did like an Adrian question
got it,
last week. So like,
yeah, you can pick 2 or 3, whatever you're feeling.
All right, I'm gonna put it in the
I'm a bitch.
podcast.
I'm a lover.
I've been doing good at like putting all the email my hearts in like the podcast
good
folder.
I never deal with that.
Yeah. So okay. I think we can do like the first 3 that we got.
Okay.
How's that work?
Great.
Okay, great.
Are they? I haven't prepared for them. Are they hard?
We'll see.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay, great.
All right.
All right.
Okay, guys. We got a lot of emails this
week.
We
did.
So we're just going to do 3, and then we're going to keep the other 2, because we got 5.
Yes.
We're going to leave the other 2 for the next week. So this first first of all, this is Email My Heart.
Yes.
This is the section of the podcast where we answer any questions that you guys might have. You can be a part of Email My Heart if you email us at 2gaymats@gmail.com. 2 is spelled TWO.
Yes.
So the first question comes to us from Jacob. Jacob says, email my heart. Hi, Matt. Before I get to my question, I just want to say, Matt Palmer, I listened to my 21st Century Blues, and it has become my favorite album of 2023 so far.
I love hearing that.
I listened to it everywhere, car, gym, around the house, etc. And I haven't done that with an album since Melodrama.
Wow.
Anyway, on to my question. What are some albums that either came out before you started doing live reactions or you decided not to react to that you wish you had given a live reaction to? Interested in hearing your responses. Melodrama is one of those.
Melodrama is one of those.
We were so not ready for that.
I just had her in my head as a one-hit wonder because Pure Heroine really didn't do it for me. And Greenlight was good, but not enough to really get me on the train. And so by the time I listened to it in full, I was like, wait, this is excellent back to front.
But the thing is, like, the pre-release singles were coming out and they were so good. Like that, like it was like Sober came out and Liability came out. And I was like, Yeah, we just weren't. Yeah.
We just started really doing the live full album reactions recently, and so I don't feel so bad about what we've done so far because it started in July with Renaissance. So I'm more like, God, I can't wait till we do a Mariah one.
Yeah.
I can't wait till she comes out with an album and we can all be here together like a big lamb family. And I'm looking very much forward to Mariah's next studio release, which we all are. And it seems like since it's a wrap, is going so viral that hopefully it's inspiring her musically for a release that's not Christmas related. We love Christmas, but it's been since 2018.
So are you saying that Christmas isn't real?
That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, guys.
Not what I'm saying.
Matt Palmer, The Grinch.
But Matt Steele, any other albums that you regret?
I would say, and this is very hard for like a debut, like an artist's debut album and everything. But man, if we had known of Rina Sawayama before, we finally listened to her and we got to listen to that album like live or like do an actual, because we did a review of it, but like probably 2 months after it came out.
Yes.
Like if we got to like listen to it for the first time, and talk about it when it came out, it would have been so much fun.
And if we were doing the live reactions of a full album at the time, we would have done Olivia Rodrigo too, which would have been very cool. I'm excited for her next one.
Oh yeah, well, and also we never gave an actual review of Beyonce's self-titled. It was just the reaction to it dropping. So I wish we had the foresight to be like, hey, let's actually review this album too. But that was before we were even doing
such a long time ago.
That was before we were even doing music reviews.
We didn't even know what we were doing.
Our first music reaction video was actually Lady Gaga's GUI music video.
Really?
And it wasn't even let's react to the music video specifically. It was more just let's pick out all the weird things and see what they all mean. It wasn't just a simple reaction video.
Yeah, we didn't know what we were doing back then.
This was before reaction videos were a thing.
Right.
Yeah. So
you kind of say we were trendsetters? That we kind of changed the culture?
I think a man with the bows was the one who.
Yes. May she rest. I don't know where she went.
I know. Where is she? She's so
good.
AJ
too? I want to say.
She's great.
She's great.
Come back. So the next question comes from Durga. Durga says, Britney conservatorship details plus podcast Rex. It's a long one, so buckle.
All right.
Hey, Matt. Whenever I find a podcast I love, I binge the episodes in no sequential order, which is how I often find myself re-listening to you guys dishing about Nicole or Taylor from Big Brother or Monique from Real Housewives of Potomac for the 7th time. Don't worry, I love it. Anyways, recently I've been listening to Way by Jamila Jamil, and I just finished an episode she did with the founders of the hashtag Free Britney movement, and they were explaining a lot about her conservatorship and how they work in general. If you already knew this, bear with me, but I was shocked to learn some of the details of Britney's experience. For example, there's a document called a capacity declaration that a doctor is supposed to provide to confirm that a person doesn't have the capacity to house or feed themselves for a conservatorship to be formed, and in Britney's case, this crucial initial document was never even filed. In addition, Britney had a trust fund set up, of which I don't fully understand the terms, but the idea is that her finances were supposed to be protected, and it was revealed that Jamie Lynn was a trustee, which maybe elucidates Britney's previous and current rage towards her sister that extends beyond her silence about the conditions she was living under. I'm thrilled Britney has long been granted her freedom and is now sporting that 4-carat stunner on her finger, but I bring this up because hundreds of thousands of everyday people are being taken advantage of under the framework of a conservatorship, especially the elderly in America, and it's important we continue to improve the laws around that system that's specifically designed to give the conservatee as few chances as possible to appeal or renegotiate the terms. LOL, that was my soapbox rant. Poor Britney. I hope she's living her most slay life now. Now, on to the actual question. What podcasts have you guys been listening to and loving recently? My favorites are anything from the Spotify Society and Culture category, hosted by someone who knows how to speak well on a mic. I've listened to many podcasts, and believe me when I say that your guys' ability to modulate your voices, hold a stimulating conversation, and keep me invested in stories about people I couldn't...
Are you modulating your voice now?
I sure am, baby.
Just read the damn thing.
Tell a gay something and he will suddenly become self-aware and give you more of it. And keep me invested in stories about people I couldn't point out in a photograph is much rarer than you would expect in a world where truly everyone and their mother has a podcast.
True.
Too long didn't read. Have full faith and 100% believe in yourselves that you are truly excellent at the podcast format because you genuinely are. Heart, heart. Oh, and also give me your podcast Rex. Hee hee. Thanks for reading this very long email, Durga.
Yes.
Well, first of all, thank you so much, Durga.
That's so kind.
Like, that's so kind. Because, sometimes I'm like, oh, I feel like I rambled too much on the podcast. But I guess I modulate enough and people like it.
Yes, I feel like y'all, when you're on a mic this constantly, it's like, oh, I could have said this better, or I tripped over myself at this point. But in general, people just like spending time with people who genuinely enjoy each other, I think, on the podcast.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I feel like I've given these podcast recommendations a lot, so I apologize that I've not branched out. But The Read just celebrated their 10-year anniversary, which is crazy. Yeah. And they had a big show at the Beacon Theater, which is where Mariah used to do her Christmas shows. And they had recorded the live podcast recording and put it up on their feed. And just listening back to it, it's like the fact that I am so actively proud of two people I have never met. But they're so funny and quick-witted and hilarious and always on the right side of history. And they're open and vulnerable. It's just I don't know. It's one of those things where it feels like if I was a young gay Black person when they were around, if I was young and The Read had started, I would have felt so seen and oh, I'm not alone in my feelings, and the fact that they're excelling and doing such amazing things 10 years after they started. I'm so proud of them. Again, people I've never met, but I only want them to be happy and be well. And if tomorrow was the last day they ever did it, I would thank them for their service. They've done so much, have been such groundbreakers in the space, and I appreciate them to no end. So I can't recommend The Read more.
And a thing I love, they're so funny, but also the thing I love about Kid Fury is people they start a podcast because they want to maybe do something else, something bigger and everything. I'm an actor and Matt Palmer's a musician and everything, but Kid Fury's literally just nah, I don't need to do anything else.
He is writing on Rap Shit right now. He's writing on HBO Max shows.
I remember years ago you were just oh yeah, Kid Fury has said many times that he doesn't want to. Oh, I
know. I think
he saw those checks.
I know, and he's moving in silence. But yes, so I also listened to The Deep Dive, which is June Diane Raphael and Jessica Jessica St. Clair's podcast. Not Jessica Chastain. If there was a podcast about that, I feel like you would tell me about it. I listened to, what else? Oh, Bitch Sesh, which is a Housewives recap podcast. I listened to Danny Pellegrino, former guest. We love him. I feel like I have one podcast a day that I listen to regularly.
Sure, yeah.
And Keep It, we both listen to from time to time.
We both listen to Keep It. We both listen to the DJ Bob Show.
Yes.
If you want some nostalgia, TV, movies, DJ Bob Show's where it's at.
Brilliant.
I also very much listen to a podcast called Putting It Together, which breaks down the lyrics of Stephen Sondheim, song by song.
Yes.
And so he's plowing his way through. I think he just finished Merrily. He's going in sequential order with when shows came out, and so he just finished Merrily We Roll Along, and he's going on to Sunday in the Park with George.
Oh my gosh!
So those are the podcasts I listen to, and I listen to our podcast sometimes too.
Oh, that's nice.
When I feel like I need a nice audio hug.
I love that.
Yeah. So next question comes to us from Alyssa. Alyssa says, songs to get you pumped. Hi, Matt. First off, I just want to say that I love listening to your podcast.
Eric's girlfriend, Alyssa.
Yeah,
I love Alyssa.
Alyssa's our friend. She's great. We love her.
Got it.
And so she says, songs to get you pumped. Hi, Matt. First off, I just want to say that I love listening to your podcast each week, especially when I've got a long commute. It keeps me sane while navigating the mess that is LA morning traffic, so thank you.
Yay.
Second, I'm on my last full week of doing a Whole30 diet, which has inspired me to try a new type of 30-day challenge. I'm calling it X30, and it's 30 days of exercise. I've started to compile a playlist of good workout songs, but I'm not as in touch with the music industry as you guys. So I was wondering if either of you had any go-to workout songs that really get you pumped up that I can add to my playlist. Two songs that I found really pump me up are Britney's Work Bitch and Sia's Unstoppable. Any other recommendations?
Dua Lipa's Physical, not to be too on the nose. It's just really a great up-tempo pop song about getting physical.
Yeah. I'm very weird in the fact that if I'm working out, I do not want music.
That is very weird.
I do not want. I want to be as unstimulated as possible. Because I just want to be let's get this over with. I can't deal with the overwhelmingness of the pain in my body and
gosh.
a lot of noises happening. So that's why I watch The View as I work out, because it's oh, this feels calming. And then if they start fighting, I stop and watch. But and so. My recommendations are all kind of show tunes.
You can give them.
I'm going to give show tunes that get me pumped and I feel like I would like to listen to if I worked out to music. Ma'am, all the High School Musical soundtracks. Like,
God.
it's like, it's, you know the big numbers. Eric, Alyssa's boyfriend, who's our very good friend and old roommate, loves the High School Musical movies. So I'm sure Alyssa knows the music. If you don't, you should. And I'm trying to think of a specific song from it. And I have to say, Now or Never, which is the opening track of the third movie. And, you know, in the movie, it's excellent and everything. But for some reason, on record, it just fucking slaps so hard and really gets me going, and I'm just like rocking out to my car, like in my car. That is a number like 2 blast. I will say lately, songs that get me pumped up are, there's one song in particular this year, not to mention the B word, but every day when I'm leaving work and I need a good like pick me up, like if I work a day shift and I need a little more energy like after work because I'm exhausted, I blast the track Voodoo Mama from the Babylon soundtrack, which is the song that plays when Margot Robbie's character is dancing at the party. And it's like the most stunning cinematic moment of this year, in my opinion. And it just gets you wired and ready to go. I will also say, if you like show tunes, there are so many Andrew Lloyd Webber songs that really just are great to work out to. Like, I'm thinking the cheesy shit, like Go 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 Joseph, and like Jellicle songs for Jellicle cats. Like, that's the shit I that gets my body moving. And I'm just like, yeah, this is ridiculous and fun. And so those would be my suggestions.
Right.
I don't know if Alyssa will take that advice, but just try it and see how you feel.
I'd like to throw in a Beyonce Get Me Bodied. The entire B-Day album, absolutely. It's very up-tempo until you get to Resentment. It's an excellent workout album. We were just talking about Britney's Blackout in the Discord. That's another top to bottom great disco, very 2007, 2008, electronic, hip-hop inspired, brilliant album, always up-tempo. Trying to think of the most workout-y song on that album. Maybe Give Me More, people know it. Very up.
Yeah.
Get Naked, Freak Show.
Toy Soldier, maybe. Toy Soldier is like a big rush of adrenaline.
Yes, all excellent. I would listen to Robin, like listen to Body Talk.
But do you want to be sad as your...
You could go through every range of emotion.
Oh, God. Alien Superstar. Oh. That is a number to burn some calories
Absolutely.
To. Damn.
I mean, Cuff It. That's the thing. A lot of Renaissance is super up-tempo like this. I listened to Janet Jackson's Control album top to finish. It's like only 8-9 tracks, mostly very up-tempo. There's a lot of great shit.
Yeah. Also, Jimmy in the chat says, Call Me Manny from Babylon is also a banger.
Great. Matt Steele.
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
What's been giving you moments, darling?
You know, it's all the very small things that I've already mentioned. Like my friend Fernando is in town with Matt Bridges, and it's great. I'm so excited to like see them. They came to my work yesterday, had lunch, and like watched me work and scramble and make shakes and everything. And so it was just like great being back together with them again. And you know, this is gonna sound so stupid, but just the song "Giants in the Sky." From Into the Woods has always been like a little bit of my like, that's something that I've been scared of just because everyone is always like, you should play Jack. You should play Jack. You should play Jack. And I'm just like, okay, well, Giants in the Sky ends on like a G. And like, I can sing really, really high or like sing baritone stuff, but like F sharp G, I'm fucked. Like that is my break. And so I've always been very insecure about like those notes in my body. And so I was always scared of singing Giants in the Sky in front of people. And I have to say, last night, I did it.
Yes.
And you know what? I have to place it in a certain part of my mask.
Yes.
Which the tone, I can't say is the most pleasant thing.
But you hit it.
But I hit it.
You hit it.
And it worked for the character.
I love it.
And so I'm very proud of myself.
Was it more head voicey, more belty, a mix? What was happening?
It was just it was more mixy. Okay. Definitely more mixy.
Yeah.
And it was a very low pressure situation. Like we were all among friends and family and everything.
Right.
But I'm proud of myself that I did it, and I wasn't even nervous about it. I've come a long way since like singing that song in college.
There you go.
Yeah. So also like thank you again so much to my friend Alexis who let me use his washing machine and dryer for that moment, because when I tell you my hamper was so
There's no worse feeling.
I know. Like, I open my closet and look at my hamper for just like over a month and a half and just wanting to be like, and just thinking I am disgusting. Like, I am a disgusting human being because I was so repulsed by what I saw because it was so high.
Right.
And just like the weight that lifted off of my shoulders. And so I just felt so great. So Alexis, you are a king. God bless you.
This is dedicated to Alexis.
This is dedicated to Alexis.
Lifesaver.
I'm glad like your ALXEA did not go off.
Oh, yes, I know. Well, it's renamed in this room, actually.
Oh, great.
Yes,
okay.
So, everything's changed. Thank you so much, Alexis. Well, for me, I didn't have anything big this week, so I want to go to the one that I meant to do last week but forgot. And I talked about it a little bit on the after show, so if you watch this on YouTube, you may have heard this before. But I'm enjoying this season of Drag Race so much. I am so 100% in on these contestants. I'm very excited about my personal top 3 of Anitra, who is my personal favorite, even though Sasha Colby is just as good, if not better, but she's so established already that I kind of want Anitra to win the crown.
Oh, you like an underdog.
I like an underdog, which is what Ramona said to Bethany when Bethany was defending her. It's like, well, Jill loves an underdog, and that's why Jill's friends with you because you're an underdog.
Ooh.
So just sorry, that came back to me. And also Miss Isabel Brooks. They've just done such incredible things on that show so consistently for so long. And I am so glad to be a part of the conversation of Drag Race for the first fucking time. And it's a joy to watch. They're so incredibly talented. And the fact that the show's been on for 15 years, I just feel like there's so much for me to dive into.
Yeah.
And instead of being overwhelmed, which I think is how I felt before getting into it at all, I now feel like excited to be a part of it.
That's good.
And so, yeah, I'm going to go back. We just put up a video reacting to a couple of the best lip syncs. And I'm going to be going back to some seasons and gathering what I can gather. And just thank you for everyone who pushed so subtly or not so subtly for us to watch the show, because I'm very happy that I've started. I also just want to give a shout out to, I have been enjoying the season of Vanderpump Rules more than I had in a long time. And I went back to watch the first season of Vanderpump Rules this past week. I'm not all the way done with it. I'm just like, while I'm doing other things, have it on. And like, guys, if you ever want a show about it literally is, it just feels like 2012. I feel like when you live through something, you're like, I don't know where this is going to fit in. Like, I don't know what style is going to feel very of its time. Every way that they engage in the world feels so 2012.
Oh my God.
And it's just crazy to think. It's like the attitude of like, there's so much obsession with like, that's not classy. That's not classy. Like, and like more slut shaming than there would ever be today. And like I just is like this attitude that is so not like well received these days was literally driving these people. It was like all they had were their insecurities, their cigarettes, and their Adderall. They had no money, they had no prospects, and they were just trying to make it on this show. And it's like, man, that was television.
They had an Adderall pill and a dream.
They
baby.
really did.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's a mess. It's absolutely like you have to go into it knowing there's no one to root for, which, you know, I have had problems with watching movies like that. But this whole cast of like unlikable horror shows who just moved to LA and like so blatantly want to be famous, like Tom Sandoval being like, I mean, I don't know, like I don't want to be, you know, Michael Jackson fame, but like, yeah, some fame would be good. And it's like, oh. And the thing is, in a weird fucking way, he did it. Like he's just opening up a second bar that I'm gonna go to for my fucking birthday.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a wonderful show, especially those first 2 seasons, especially. But like, I'd say the first 6 have excellent moments. Then stop watching. Then turn your television off. Don't watch another frame. Jump back in 10 if you're really interested. But 7, 8, 9 are complete garbage. But I just appreciate that it's better, and I appreciate that it inspired me to go back.
I will say I have been finding myself becoming like not necessarily like nostalgic for 2012 or like 2013 again, but like really like picking up on what was huge then and really like noticing it and analyzing it. And like there are some aspects of it where I'm just like, oh, like that was so annoying. Like how like stuff would go, like the most random things would go, like flash mobs would go viral.
You hated flash
and
mobs.
like and just like the things that people would share and be like, this is the most exciting thing. And it's like, man, we've really come a long way from like just like people like lip syncing to nothing, like shirtless, and that goes viral to, you know, real true artistry, like Angela Bassett did the thing.
Yes,
going
and
viral.
All the things the kids are doing on TikTok. Like, I'm as much as we were resistant, y'all are making full fucking movies on TikTok.
Yeah.
And like that is really impressive in a way that like what people were doing back in the early aughts was not. So I appreciate how far we come. And it's like, I don't know if it's nostalgia, but once you get far enough away from that time period, you can at least begin to see it as a whole.
The bigger picture of it all and being like,
and it's interesting.
Yeah. Oh, we're old.
I know. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the podcast. If you did, make sure to go to Apple Podcasts or Spotify, rate us 5 stars, give us a good review. It really helps out the podcast. I forget to say it every single week, but I remembered today.
And tell your friends to check us out on YouTube or all the podcasts.
Spread the word. And if you want to become a patron, it's very fun to join the Discord. It's essentially like a group chat that we are all a part of all of the time. And you can also, if you're a patron, put in your Oscar ballots, and the person who gets most of the Oscar nominated films, like the most of the winners correct, will get a shout out on the podcast and maybe additional prizes. TBD.
TBD.
Yes. Is there anything else you want to tell the people, Matt Steele?
No, that I love you.
We love you so much. And we'll be back next week with more 2 Gay Mats, the podcast.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, guys, that was great.
Yes, we did it. We did it.
Okay, watch Devos.
Watch Devos.
Yeah.
Stream Hurricane. Also true.
Also true. Skillshare.
I love a good Fergie workout moment too. Sierra too. She has so many workout stars. This is the most talk about working on I've had around me in so long. I mean, yeah, Alyssa brought it up. She's doing 30 days of workouts, and we're not.
Alyssa's a queen.
She really is. It's kind of her to listen. You know.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
That's
I mean,
kind.
Eric told us he's like my girlfriend loves 2 Gay Mats. I'm just like, oh.
I know, it's nice. Stream Up to Par. Jimmy is like the #1 Up to Par stan. Like I think like the song has X number of streams on Spotify, and I swear 2/3 of them are Jimmy. So I mean, if Jimmy likes it, I love it.
Jimmy knows greatness.
I don't know who you are.
Just like what a great first line of a song. I don't know who you are.
I don't know who you are.
Or how you got this far.
So how are we doing, y'all? Was that fun?
Was that good?
Ramona has so many classic lines. Ooh, Ramona is a monster. Mistress Isabel Brooks is so great. A fun, shady queen has been missing from the past few seasons, and she fills that role being shady without going too over the edge. That's true. And the thing is, I really like Lux Noir London, but I feel like, am I just liking her just for the looks? Like I want her to do more because she's so beautiful, and like the looks are incredible she makes, but like her lip sync's that good. Is she entertaining beyond that? I don't know, but she's so beautiful that it's hard to take her.
I mean, that's the dilemma, I guess, with Drag Race. It's
I know.
like you need the full package.
I know.
You got the looks, you got the entertainment quality.
Yes, Stream Allergic. Another sad ballad.
The epilogue of Allergic. With the vocoder.
I gotta throw that vocoder on.
Oh my God, stunning. Your heart stops.
I also am in the future excited about having like a live listening party of one of my albums.
Yeah,
that'll be fun. That'll be fun. So what else are we doing this week? What's everybody up to? What's the cool jams?
Oh, look, my friend Fernando texted, and it doesn't seem like he talked to anyone at the Babylon table.
Oh.
So guys, Austin, sorry, you gotta hate him.
Sorry. I mean, he's busy. He was just trying to do his best. His first
He should be thinking of me.
SAG award.
After all I've given him.
Well, whoever the last third of Up to Par streams is, it apparently is not Jeff. Because Jeff doesn't know Up to Par. But hey, it's never too late. You can discover it. What year was that? Was that 20? 20?
No, because Devos was finished being made in 2019.
Oh.
But you got it produced and like released in 2020.
Yes.
Okay. A little after Devos came out.
I used to be great with exercise, then the pandemic happened, but I've gotten back on and have worked out 5 days a week for at least the last 2 months. That's amazing. Good for you. Yes, the Mats did the thing. Oh, Fernando's canceled. Matt Palmer, who do you think is next to go on Drag Race? Oh, I don't know. To go like on the show. I don't know enough drag queens to make a
The hard thing with like an edited show is like it's purposely edited to throw you for a loop.
I know.
I was to bring up Fernando again. Like he was talking about how he just started watching The Mole, and he's like, I'm positive this person's the mole, and I'm just like, Fernando, like you realize that like they're editing it to make it seem like they're the mole, like, and so that's why I picked the mole like very quickly because I knew like it's gonna be the most nondescript person like in the beginning,
and then they're gonna like,
and then yeah, it's going to be like the person you least expect from the beginning. Yeah. Right. So.
Was just writing more stuff for my senior thesis since I just got an idea of what's right. I'm good.
Oh, we love inspiration.
Have either of you ever watched the Josie and the Pussycats movie? I love it, and I've always wondered if you've ever seen it. I've never seen it. I hear it's great.
It was very big, yeah.
Jeff is not up to par. Well, I barely discovered Blackout, so it's never too late. That's true. This came out more recently than Blackout. I feel like Marsha is going soon. I could see that. But she did a great job at her lip sync. She's like another TikTok queen.
Okay.
Who I think they all thought like, oh, she won't be able to perform. Sure. But she's like a trained dancer and does a great job. So
okay.
It was time for Spice to go. Who do you think is next? Oh, to go. Oh, next one to go. Sorry, I thought it was like next queen to go on Drag Race.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm trying to think of who's left. Marsha's not wrong, but she is good. Who's left? I'm gonna look and see which queens are left. Sorry, let me look that up.
I think Selena's going next. Production doesn't seem to have any real storyline for her. Shame.
Selena might go soon. She grew on me a lot. Initially, I was like, she kind of has a very big drag persona, and in the like confessional shots when she's out of drag, she still is doing it, and it was like kind of jarring for me. It's like, okay, you can calm down now. We're just in an interview, but I've grown to really like her.
Okay,
that's the thing is their stories are so beautiful. I don't know, it's just really great.
Pretty good.
It's a good group of people. I don't know if it's always this, if the cast is always this solid, but I'm enjoying all of them to varying degrees.
I still need to see After Sun. Gotta support Daddy Mescal.
Oh. It's really lovely. Matt Steele doesn't like it that much. He won't say it, but on the microphone. But he does not like it that much.
No. Honestly, I think it's very well done, and I like the concept. But like, it does like enough happen like for the first like hour for me to like be like super invested in the first hour.
I liked it a lot.
Okay.
I liked it a lot. Malaysia, maybe. I hope not Malaysia. I like her. How do we feel about After Sun in the chat? Have we seen it? Do we like it? Because I think it's great.
I mean, the ending is brilliant.
Oh,
like the ending is phenomenal.
Like, so affecting.
Yeah.
Affecting.
Perfect. I see so many movies. Oh, I gotta see Cocaine Bear.
Do you have? You don't. It's not like an Oscar movie.
No,
you don't
but
have
it's
to
fun. It's a fun movie. It's not real. It's just fun.
It's just fun. It's
like
just
I saw
fun.
that trailer and I was like, fuck yeah.
I think Selena and Malaysia Baby Doll Fox maybe are the most in trouble. Marsha after that. Well, when you have Babylon to compare it to, it's hard to be riveted.
It's the exact opposite of Babylon. Like, after I can't think of a movie that is less Babylon-like.
It was also the opposite of Tar, which I appreciate.
I will say I wouldn't say it's the opposite of like Tar is very like it's very subtle and stuff like that.
Yes, but it's like
I wouldn't say it's like slice of life like After Sun is, but like it does have a sort of crazy ending with a lot of lights like Babylon. After Sun.
Oh, like Babylon. Sorry, I thought you meant like Tar. Okay.
No. Yeah, Babylon's ending also has there's a lot going on.
I'm sure
I'm not gonna spoil it.
There is. I'm sure you couldn't even spoil it because I feel like I'm gonna be confused. My anticipation is that I'll be confused by Babylon. Do you think that's right? No. Oh, okay.
I think it's very clear and straightforward.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That was just my thought.
No, you won't. You'll be clear of everything that's happening in Babylon.
I wish y'all were Last of Us stans. I promise I'll watch that gay episode, but I get scared. I'm a scaredy cat.
I'll see it at some point.
The whole thing?
Everything from the Under Pressure dance all the way.
Oh, Jimmy, yes. Speaking my language.
Yeah, it's great.
Also, like, I need that version of Under Pressure, like, on my Spotify.
And a strobe light for your bedroom.
And a strobe light.
To recreate it.
I could do that. Just doing something. Cocaine Bear was a riot. I did feel like there were a lot of people in my screening who had done cocaine because there were jokes that were flying right over my head.
Well, I hope they had rides home.
Palmer's talking that he's at least open to watching it. If you're talking about Babylon, you mean? Oh Lord, guys. The thing is, do we want me to be upset? I just worry I'll be upset by it. But maybe one day
I feel like it's been built up so much. It's like you're gonna watch it and be like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It like won't even be.
Don't be scared.
I'm scared. I get scared. That's why I'm not watching The Last of Us. Scary.
How scary can that be?
The Last of Us, people are dying.
So
I don't want to see people die.
Are you scared of death now?
Just see it for fuck's sakes, Tyler. Get out of here, Tyler. I'll see it when I see it. Good night, Carol.
I'm here late, but yes, Carrie Condon. Yes. Carrie Condon's great.
Who was she?
She was in Banshees of Inisherin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's phenomenal.
Cocaine Bear was as ridiculous as it looks. I'm surprised that so many of you have seen it already. I've missed out on the last few Drag Race seasons. I need to catch up. They're fun. At least this current one I'm very much enjoying. Oh my God. Guys, tonight after this, we're going to try to take pictures for the podcast. And
I don't know if I can.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're running a little late.
Oh, where are you going?
I'm nowhere.
Oh my God, you slut.
I'm not a slut, but I have a dinner planned.
What time's the dinner?
Like a little later,
Okay.
like 9:45, 10ish.
Okay, well, yeah. Well,
And it's not like a dinner. It's like, we're getting food.
food out somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Places are open. I'm not doing it for slutty reasons. I had plans.
I am just saying. Well, yes, we can do it next week.
Okay.
I didn't realize that we were just at the first part of the evening for you.
Listen, I'm a single gentleman.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let's just say that,
Someone did just say bring slut shaming back. So now might
there's
be the
nothing
time.
to slut shame. I am a woman.
Yes. Hence the Hinge message. Ooh, it's all coming. You know what? These are the Easter eggs.
It wasn't from Hinge.
We should have been.
It wasn't from Hinge. It was from Tinder.
Wait, we should have been paying attention all along. Ooh, it was a Hinge alert. Yes, I love that we're all on it. Well, great. Well, you have to tell us how it goes next week.
No, I won't.
Around this time. Is it a first?
No.
Oh. Is this the person that Travis likes?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Okay, now let's shut up because Mrs. Steele is watching.
Well, I'm just excited. If I trust Travis's point of view. I think he has good taste.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a king. Yeah.
Yeah.
We love.
We love Travis or we love.
Mrs. Steele just texted me. Do you have a date? Fuck all of you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck all of you.
Hey.
Yes, mother. I do have a date.
2GM date stream. That's the thing. Next week, he'll be right here. We'll get a third mic. Worth it.
Oh, God.
Now we're all invested.
Oh, God.
Love a late night rendezvous.
His parents were in town for the weekends, and we were supposed to see each other last week. And his parents, so we couldn't. But then, he was sick last week, and so then, we're making up for. And he is super busy next week, so I was like,
Yeah.
oh, let's grab some food on the Sunday night.
That's great.
Okay.
I think that's really good.
Are you disappointed that we're not taking a picture?
I'm thrilled.
Okay, I'm just kind of disappointed because my hair looks good today. And next week it might not look as good.
Well, hopefully next week it'll be good.
Fine. Oh, Mrs. Steele's in the chat. There you go.
Fill me in. That's the thing. That's how we all feel. Mrs. Steele is all of us. Jamie Lee, you're all of us. Is that what she said?
Jamie Lee, you're all of us. Yeah. An iconic line.
Oh, wow.
Not Matt. It is not like I specifically said it was Tinder.
Yes. Live stream the date. Do it.
Stealing his wand era.
This is great. I love it.
Oh, God. Yeah, fuck all of you.
Hey, we're excited. Why don't you want the support? We're supportive friends.
I don't need support. I know I'm great.
Well, that's not what I said.
I'm not worried about the date going well.
No, I know, but we're just excited about the date.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I don't know why this is so combative. Some of us can't accept positive energy. It's really sad.
We love Matt Steele leaving us for a date. Matt Steele, you do the thing.
Yes.
Guys, we're literally just going to eat and probably walk around and be like, okay, we got to go to bed.
All right.
Yeah. So it's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I guess we should head out. I don't want to step on any toes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is so much fun.
See, this is why you got to tune in every week.
Exactly. This would not be on the podcast. Message me every detail as it's happening from Jimmy.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't wait. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next week. Oh,
how do you have a date?
Everyone have a great night. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.